What's up, Mike? Can you hear me? Hey, Enoch, Tim. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Awesome. Very cool. I'll shout you out when there's more people on. I'm guestless right now, but I'm assuming that won't last long. Good evening. Hey, Insomnia. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm coming on. Like I said, Anna will be on shortly. I'm not sure about Tim tonight, but I got a spot for him. Finish up this week. It was a harrowing day. Hello. Hey, Mystical, your mom. Mr. Junior 79. I don't know if it's... I say Admiral Junior. I don't know if that's... it just looks that way. I'm in a good mood, as you know. The Phillies clinched going to the World Series. That was a nerve-wracking game. JR. We'll just do JR. Alright. But you're the Admiral to me, so it's all good. Hey, Anna. It's not coming through my headset. Is it or something? There we go. Should be now.
Okay.
Yep,
Good.
that was me.
I'm sorry I'm late.
That's no big deal. We're good. It's just preludes.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, that's all good. I knew Rob was on. I know. I saw a blue box. I was looking while the baseball game was on. So, what's up, Michael? Bob Moku. Good to see everyone tonight. Finish up this week, and then we'll talk about next week. Lots of fun stuff going on. Nice. Starfleet Battles. Yes, I love that game. I always played the Hydrants with the Hellbores and the fusion beams. Look at that. Did I surprise you with that? And trivia question there, JR. The Kzinti, which are in Starfleet Battles, appear where in Star Trek lore? Where do they actually appear? yeah, that's right. They're all like clones. They're clones, aren't they? Well, yeah. They're like little green men that breathe hydrogen. Hey, long shot, Delta Wath, good to see you. Yeah, you would think, wouldn't it? That was crazy, wasn't it? I was up here prepping, and they're down by a run, and it's a 7-second delay. I got it on my TV up here on my computer, and then I heard my wife yelling downstairs. I'm like, what? Yeah, and then I hit the home run. And I saw it 7 seconds late. So, yeah, the Lyrans and the Kzintis were both cat people, if I recall, and they hated each other too. I think the Kazintis actually appear in an episode of a cartoon, Star Trek cartoon that came out in the 70s. What's up, Scottish Jeff?
Just gonna grab some water.
Yeah,
in a minute.
yeah, we're good. We're just. Yeah, that was an unbelievable game. So at least I can be up here with at least a half smile on my face. And that. So. Get rolling in here. I didn't have a game on Saturday. I had no. I was off Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday there was nothing. There was one. Two Saturdays ago that you watched, and you said the nice complimentary words. And then Tim's game is this upcoming Saturday morning. This Saturday was the kids' game. Oh yeah. Scottish. Let me save that for live. Okay. I'll tell you what. Thank you for. Yeah. Let me save that for live. It was. Yeah. You'll be amazed. You're gonna be amazed. Good. Thank you for asking about that. But yeah, it went well. The kids' game Saturday morning. No, definitely, it was fun. Jump over to this. We'll jump over to Troll Lords. Troller game giveaways tonight, and if we feature a certain level hype train, I may throw in something else from Strategy Wiz Dice too.
One of the oldest and longest-lasting civilizations in the history of the world, going back over 4,000 years. Troller Games is proud to announce our latest Mythos series project, the Codex Sonar.
Hey, good. Yeah.
Covers the might
I had my COVID shot Friday, so I've been a bit of a brain mush, but I'm starting. No, it's my third boost. It's my fifth shot all in all. So it's, yeah. So, but I'm a bit of a brain mush, but I'm getting better. But it was fun to game today. It was awesome. So thank you everyone who came by and
Dave
joined it. Yeah, I saw that. Awesome. Thank you.
Narrative true to Chinese history. It introduces the basics of Chinese martial arts.
That's good.
And is complete with ki and the many legendary abilities associated.
So 1:30 you start at 10:30 your time?
Yep.
And fortune telling.
Yep. So we started get together at 10 and then start 10:30. So it's a normal time we game. So
yeah.
This game was no different. This was just like a regular game. So we ran for about 3 hours roughly.
While within a pseudo-historical setting.
It depends. I used to cut it when it's kind of convenient. We had an end of this fight, so to speak. So I waited until we had the end of this fight, and then I'll say, okay, let's end it now rather than end mid-fight. I try to end when we have like a natural break in the story somehow.
And even the monsters and foes that plague the peoples of ancient times.
So it was kind of
are you running? You run every other weekend, right?
Yep. Every 2 weeks. Rough. Sometimes we run 2 weeks in a row when we know there is a reason we can't and stuff. So on average, once every 2 weeks. We held up 3 weeks after Virtual Greyhawk because I was kind of exhausted of all the stuff going on, so I needed a little bit of a break. So that's why we took an extra week off.
Sometimes your brain just needs to recharge, you know.
Yep.
Oh shit! Shattered Saint. Thanks for that already. Wow.
It's an awesome gang of players, and Dave fit right in, so that was great.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Here.
Yep. We wanted Ertin to be part of his character, to be part of the story still. I didn't want to write him out because he's such a cool melee specialist, so yeah.
Like that was gut wrenching.
Yeah. You again. Thank you.
Just hit the button. Hope everyone is doing well here. Starting to crank this into that's 60. Oh, I thought I was behind schedule. That's weird.
No, you're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Third week coming up of this. But this, we will not have 4 straight. That's guaranteed. We'll talk about that beginning and end of the stream. So, this will be week 3 of this discussion, and we'll at least take a week off break. Maybe more, depending on, I know we have one guest lined up, big guest lined up for next week. Big. Get out your dungeons. If you want to know specifically, it's going to be between 87 and 93. We're going to be the ones tonight. Some surprises, I think. Some things I shocked myself on in this genre here. And it may just be you and me. Tim hasn't responded, maybe because that's okay. He was just hanging out last week. He was just hanging out at the fire anyway, right?
Yeah.
Still a hype already. Okay. I gotta paste in Anna because she came on after I started. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jake Lurkazamba. Another week here. I'm actually, I'm in a very good mood here with the Phillies going to the World Series and clinching that game. But
cool.
It really was mentally straining. Curtis will know he was watching, and I think some other people like Delta were watching.
He's in on it. Yep.
Well, yeah. So
yep.
But that was what I was lurking all day. Hey, Josh. There's Anna. Yeah.
Yep.
The wonders of our not wonderful world of Zoom. And no, I'm not switching, Josh. I'm not switching. I'm not making changes. I'm not reinventing the wheel at this point. But yeah.
Well, yeah, you ought to have. Zoom is a little bit tricky, and anyone who hasn't streamed realized no, it's a lot of stuff that goes into setting this up and making sure it works. While I know. Because I do a little bit of streaming now, so I know how tricky it can be.
Anna appreciates the BS you need to go through every single stream.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Every single event. So, all right. First things first, okay? I'm going to put this out there. Tonight, we're going to do our third part of getting deep into these great dungeon magazines because I'm finding ones because I'm using still Aaron Growe's cross-reference list, and there's other places, and with people in the audience actually showing us ones I don't even know about or ones you don't know about, which has been great because we've been taking.
I love this shows because I've got so much stuff that needs to go on the map and to be revised and looked at. So these are fantastic for me. They've been great.
But first, next Sunday's Gabbin, I want to say this to the people who are on now. But we got some good Troller Game giveaways, and then if we get to a certain hype, I'm going to add some stuff from Streamlabs. Not Streamlabs. Listen to me, my gosh, Titan Dice. I'll be adding them in. So let me go to another screen here and another Gabbin. So showing you next Sunday, it's a big. This is going to be outside of the box interview for me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not much for Anna's for me, but we're going to have Tanya.
I think it will be great when. Yeah.
Thank you. We're going to have Tanya DePass, who is in the Black Dice Society on the D&D channel. DMs for Rivals of Waterdeep on that channel. Yes, Stella. Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, she seems to be so active in so many interesting, cool things that it will be great to have her on.
Yeah, so we're going to have her on next Sunday night at 7. Anna and I are just going to rap with her and just ask questions and talk about her contributions to the industry. And if it gets a little off topic D&D wise, so be it. We're all adults here, and we can all have a really good conversation where people from different ends of the political spectrum, which is okay. I mean, that's the great thing about Anna and I are on the different ends, but we work well together because we know how to talk to each other. And that's a wonderful thing, and I'm really looking forward to this discussion. That'll be next Sunday, as we have her on. So let me set up the giveaway here, and then we'll get into what we're going to do tonight. We're going to have a really cool delve into some more Dungeon Magazine articles.
Yeah.
And
which number were we? We were on the 80.
Remember last week we rushed it because I wasn't able to be
91,
on.
I think, is the last one I had.
No, we're before that. We're at 87, I believe.
Okay.
Right, so I'm starting to giveaways for everyone.
Oh, I went ahead and put notes in.
That's okay. But we're going to get to 91. There's no doubt about it. But we have a monster one in 87. A true monster.
Let's see.
It's an actually awesome one.
Yeah.
Good to, Stella, it's great to see you. Hopefully everything's going well with you. And I hope everyone out there has had a great weekend so far. Like I said, we have 4 streams coming up this week. We have the ever mysterious Tim DMing on Saturday morning with his game. And I know he has some good people in that. You bypassed the Insane Asylum and the Theocracy of the Pale. Dale, tell me what dungeon it is and the name of it, and we'll go back to it. Good, Stella. We'll hang out. We're gonna deep delve. We've been doing this. This is our 3rd week of doing this, and this will be the last one for a little while, as Anna's skipping stuff. But I got 87 as the next one.
Okay,
so let
good.
me pop that up right now. I think this is going to be a real. This one has some nutty stuff in it. In particular, it has a really disturbing adventure that I loved and I ran. And here's
love the illustration too. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it says New Forgotten Realms Adventure. Well, I know only if you're Ed, you would care about that. By the way, according to Josh, Ed had a great time at Gamehole Con. And Ed and Josh were going back and forth about who had the better adventuring group, the Slav Squad or 2 Drink Minimum. So we got a little rivalry going there because Ed's like, you're in that other group. Yeah, so that's really good to hear that happened at Gamehole Con. And note now that Gamehole Con's done, we're also going to start really pushing out for the fundraiser and for Gary Con next year. So. I don't know. Dungeon 83. I think we do Dungeon 83. Is that the one I bypassed? Deep Freeze. All right. Well, if I missed that, I apologize. All right. So we'll go there first. Check it out. I don't think I know anything about this one, but why not? Right? Dungeon Mag. Let me. That's if I have 83 on my. Was that why I didn't do it? That's why I didn't do it. All right, we're gonna have to wait again. I don't have it on my machine. I don't have Dungeon 83 on my machine. Duh. We'll go back to it next time we do part 4.
Okay.
Promise.
Yep.
I don't have 83 on my machine. Yep. Perfect Halloween one shot. Cool. Awesome. I appreciate that. All right. So this one. Do you need to know anything else? I'm carrying Tharisdan's love child. That just sounds bad, right?
That sounds interesting. That sounds like awesome.
So
how the heck can I have missed this?
Yeah, you can't miss this one. This is an all timer.
Must have been busy with work or something when this one came out.
So let me see if we got the right page up here. Okay, so we go to 87 here. We have Valley of the Snails, the Cradle of Madness, and the Sharl's Dark Song. So we have 3. We have 3 here in this one. And I have run 2 of them. The Sharl's Dark Song I ran is number 418. And the Cradle of Madness, 746. So not that long ago. Oh, we do have a surprise person coming on. The ever mysterious Tim is joining us. Okay. I know, by the way, there's a lot of people watching Rob Phantom's channel. Just keep on rolling. Nice shirt, dude.
Why, thank you, sir.
Mike, did you get yours yet? Mike Disney? I mean, I just sent it out on Friday, so odds are you may not have gotten it. You may be getting it tomorrow. I just wanted to know if you got this forest green one. I got the new color. So, how about you, dude?
Pretty good.
You can lurk on both, and you get credit for both, everyone. So there's nothing wrong with that. So we have 3 in Dungeon 87. So let's take a look. Nice pictures. And in this one, there are 5 adventures, and I think 2 of them are Forgotten Realms or generic, and 3 of them are definitely Greyhawk. So good to see you, man.
Good to see you. How's my sound? Is it okay?
It sounds great. It sounds great. Not too loud.
I've adjusted a few things where things are located.
Awesome. The giveaways are for gift certificates for Troller Games. And I was going to say, if we get a decent hype train, I will add in. I know everyone loved the Deck of Many Things by Stratagem. I have one of those. I have an extra one, so I can give that out. So, Tim sounds like a good critical. Oh, see, I'm everywhere. Scottish Jeff, this is what happened. And I'm going to put these Tim heads up in honor of what happened on Saturday. How could I forget? And I apologize for going all over the place. My bad.
No,
Still a little frazzled. So, kids game Saturday morning. Bill comes over with his son, and we
wanted to be there, but we had other things stacked up.
It's okay, Tim, but you missed some crazy things. We ran almost the same adventure that I had been running the last 2 weeks, but in the condensed version. So Vengeance of the Fungal Queen, I kind of ran it very similarly. Sean is a dual wielding ranger. He double crits with longsword. He fights short sword. He double crits twice. 2 times he did this, and on
the same attack.
Yeah, short sword. He double critted twice. Both times, the second attack, he rolls massive critical on the table twice on each one. So he does a crit in the primary hand and a massive crit in the secondary hand 2 times in the adventure.
And a massive crit is like 3, right?
It's a 3. Well, there's a 2-time roll and a 3-time roll on the table. So he did like 9 dice against large, 9 die. It was crazy.
Did he kill it?
Yeah, he killed a lot of
things. And
then
his ranger bonus too, if it's a.
Well, they were all fungal creatures, so there was no ranger bonus. Right. Yeah. So, but it was awesome. They did better than my own players, the kids. They did much better.
There is a randomness factor involved with the.
Jay with a drinking problem just spilled stuff all over my. Kids are powerful and smart, and then Bill's playing. Bill the Master Crafter's playing a couple characters, and I have an NPC in it. And
when I'm there, I play a thief.
Did the kids cheer? Well, we didn't. I gave them all 3 regulars and 1 special that didn't recharge to Dale. So they were ecstatic. Oh well. I may have to wash this afterwards. Everyone, I'm gonna have a stain on my shirt the whole night.
But
it was a fun game. My son loved it. My son got the Green Dragon Slayer weapon. There was a lot of good things in it. It was neat. It was a fun time. They had a real good time, and it was worth it. Like I said, they're too young. He's 12. Sean's like 15. It's soon. I just don't feel comfortable streaming that one yet.
They're young. Protect the.
Your son's a year younger than mine, so if you were there, so
protect their digital imprint.
Mm-hmm.
The digital.
But the good thing is that they had a great time again. The gnarly men of Greyhawk City, they did real well, and we're looking forward to the next one. It's only drinking, and just note, you may see them. I do stream. I let my son play, and also Tim's son Mark plays when we do our BattleTech games. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stefan. All right, back to what we have here. Deep breaths. All right. That Skip Williams writes something for the Zentarum. That's Forgotten Realms, so we skip that. Unless I'm going to show you some that I've adapted to for Greyhawk that come up, and there's a real funny one upcoming. So, wow, it's a long one. It's skip. My gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like 100 pages. Holy jeez. It's still going.
Yeah, I wondered, is this...
What is that?
Raiders of Gallif's Roost. It is like we're in page 40 and it's still...
Is this a bigger, fatter double issue or something?
I don't think so. All right, let's start here. The Cradle of Madness.
What? Which one is that?
This is Dungeon 87. We're starting off at 87, and we're on page 49. This is... I ran this one. This starts right in Greyhawk City. It is really a disgustingly crazy adventure with some really disturbing things. I'm going to show you what I mean by that by one picture.
Is it gonna make your Warhammer chaos?
Okay, that's one picture. They're brother and sister.
That's his wife and sister.
No, they're brother. Yeah, they're brother. Yeah. Okay. It's.
They don't look right.
Regardless of who they are, they don't look... Yeah.
They're brother and sister. Okay. The Cradle of Madness. Yes. This starts in Greyhawk City. It says here, the party should include one cleric or paladin, perhaps Paler St. Cuthbert of Veronius. No, of course. Something good aligned here. Yes. I love this adventure. It's high. It says 6th, but I popped it up a little bit if I recall correctly. I think I ran it for 8th at the time. But they're in Greyhawk City, and basically it's a cult. It's a Tharizdun cult starting to form in the city. So you're going to get key locations in Greyhawk, which is really neat. Look, and here it mentions the Merchants and Traders Union. So you can really have at this one. If you are a city adventurer, this is a great one to do right in Greyhawk. And also, if you want to do one for the first time, I'm not sure if I would start with this, but you're going to be bouncing around in the city a lot, and to start. And you got a ransom site here. It's a really, really, yeah.
So Jay, why is it madness?
Tharizdun.
So is he the father of the
evil? What? Well, that's the whole thing. It's like they're trying to create a Tharizdun little, the Messiah of Tharizdun, right? Which is really, yeah, I know, Lee. It's okay. It's okay.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. You're right, but it's part of the game here. Yeah. So there's a whole storyline behind this. This is a very large one, but I think that they retreat into the hills and the Cairn Hills, which of course, who doesn't? Look, there's a symbol of Tharizdun scrolling right around there. So you start off within the city, and then you head out to. Look, it almost looks like Hamlet. Almost looks like a ruined moat house. And then you're gonna have to deal. Look at nice maps.
Yeah,
really nice maps.
That is nice.
And you're gonna have to deal with this cult. Like I said, I made a lot of additions to it. It changes. Like here, Half-Orc Cleric of Tharizdun. Ruined Keep underground. It goes deep. It has the feel of a Forgotten Temple of Tharizdun at one point, not on that level. Look at this disintegrating arch trap. I mean, who does that? This is 3rd edition. So, hey, Larry Kinger, good to see you.
I would do that.
You would? Yeah, of course you would. I did have a save versus death on them. Larry, if you would, so be kind. I think we are 16 followers away from 9,000, and that will give us our 9th. Once we hit there, I will do this. Oh, you can't see me. We'll do this. We'll give away an original Best of Dragon Volume 3. We're almost there to 9,000. Our 9th one we've given away on the channel over the 4.5 years we've been streaming. So, yeah, it goes down into a temple of Tharizdun. The Black Tentacles, Super statue. It has all the odes, Tim, to the G3 temple and the D3 temple, right? It has some of that. Purples. Yeah, and a lot of Evard's black tentacles, which is a super nasty spell.
Mm-hmm.
So
6th level, right?
Evard's black tentacles, I think, is only 3rd or 4th. Yeah,
that's 4th level.
It's 4th. Okay, but it's still a nasty. It's a nasty spell. So you go down into this temple, and you gotta figure out what the whole plot is going on, and it turns out that this brother and sister are taking this cult. And look at the colors of the temple here. It's just like that awful mottled purple that they have all over the place. So I mean, look at that. That's great artwork too. So hey, Redmont, good to see you. So you get some real fun in this one, dealing with Tharsden cultists. Has anyone run this one out there? I mean, I ran it at 746, so it's only 230 adventures ago I ran this one. So I think I ran this one almost right when this dungeon came out. Look, they actually have a prestige class in here, a new one for 3rd edition, Doom Dreamer. That sound, you got to be, the Madness Domain. So if you take a Madness Domain priest, you can specialize there. And there you go. There's your cultists. You got cultists all over the place. Yeah. So the person who you're trying to rescue, it's all a setup. It's all a trap. New spell.
It's a trap.
Tharsden's Touch. Now, the reason you haven't seen this in my campaign is I rarely use Priest of Tharsden, but if I ever do use a Priest of Tharsden, they'll have that. But I don't have any Tharsden priests because I don't really go there with Tharsden as much. Wait. Really? Your PC turned from Alana almost became a Doom Dreamer. Wow. What did Asher? Where did she go? Oh, I don't know. He/she. My apologies. So a new type of undead, a Kurge, says it's a disgusting undead creature that appears as an animated humanoid in an advanced state of decay. I like this too. So it's a really fun, difficult, disturbing adventure. Oh, that makes sense. She got killed by the party. So that's the first one. I ran it. I highly recommend it. If you're in. Now you can place it in another city, but I love it right in Greyhawk because Greyhawk needs content. So after 3 levels, they didn't care. She healed them. Oh, self-serving and the evil. Sometimes their Dale works. By the way, Dale's not available for Wednesday, Anna.
Okay.
But another announcement. New series of Legends and Lures on Wednesday. All right. So we have Longitalis Rich is going to go over his campaign. It's called the My Greyhawk series. And with that, we're going to take some key people in the community.
I think it worked with have only one to discuss one person's campaign, and then
we're going to start with Rich.
We can blend that against ours a bit.
Oh yeah, Dale first because I wanted to talk about the Highlanders.
Yeah,
but he'll become available, so we'll go to Rich.
Yep,
we'll do that. Yep, and that'll be on Wednesday night. A new series on Legends and Lore. All right, that's number 1 in this one, Tim.
That sounds like a fun one.
Yes,
I wrote it down.
Yeah, definitely. It could be adapted, of course. Glacier Season. I don't think this one is. Is this Kren? This one's not Greyhawk. This one has 15th level characters. By the way, we're going to go over one today that recommends 21st level characters.
There you go.
Yeah. And Vamp, thank you for the resub. Yeah. Jake DeFaris, good to see you. All right. That is not Greyhawk, and I probably may have run that one, but I didn't do any back research on it. 87, I had prepped last week. Remember when we were rushing and we didn't get to it. So, man, some of these adventures are so long. Long Ice Golem, good idea. All right, this is a little goofy. This one, Valley of the Snails. But if I recall, this is in the Dim Forest. Yep, this is in Geoff in the Dim Forest. So, Where the Madness Reigns by Jason Peck. So, And it's for low levels. First level. This is a first level adventure. Dale, you should. Hey, one thing, Dale, is that's why I log every single adventure I put down. But I only put the adventure down back in the beginning. I don't even know what group ran in some of them. If you know the characters and the adventure, it's a little bit better. The memories come back. But a lot of times I don't even know who it is, so it's kind of tough to do that. All right, so the village of Hulvin, is Hulvin on the map?
I don't think so, but hang on a second. I need to check. We're in what part of the world
Dim
should
Forest.
it be?
Yeah, Hulvin.
Dim Forest.
I see no village of Hulvin anywhere. Does
No,
anyone see it?
It doesn't seem. No, I don't think so. Hang on a second. I need to open the index. I forgot that.
Yeah, I don't see it. So this gives us another location for Anna to add.
Yeah.
Tim, are your players excited?
I think so. I emailed them again. I know every time we play, I always get hit up. When are we playing next? So
next Saturday.
Usually everyone gets busy, and then I hit them up with an email. And
next Saturday, I know you got Naz playing too, which is cool.
So it says they have a lot of magic items. So you know.
Village of Hulvin, which was established more than 100 years ago, amid the rolling hills and green fields of the Grand March. Ah, it's on the eastern edge of the Dim Forest. Maybe we're looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
So it should be somewhere here. I don't see it.
It doesn't ring a bell, and I'm double checking the index here too.
That's cool.
I'm only on F. There's so many, so I need to.
This is the great thing. We're finding a lot more published source.
Yep.
And hey, if it's in Dungeon, it's official too. So.
Yep.
All right, so we do not see that. This is a sidetrack.
No Hulvin.
Okay, well now we have one to add. Definitely.
Yep. Hulvin, and that was in the second adventure here.
Yes, that's in Valley of the Snails.
Valley of the Snails.
Yeah, it's a first level adventure. So to successfully complete the adventure, the PCs must enter the Dim Forest, locate the Valley of the Snails, which you could put that location on there too. Exploring the valley, PCs must locate the missing ranger Jazad and capture, subdue, or otherwise convince him to accompany them back to Hulvin. So there you go. So this is a short adventure, if I recall. I don't think I ran this one either. I didn't want to replace this one. So this is a good question for if Jose was on or Eric Mengi was on, if they knew anything about this.
Yeah. So you didn't talk about Glacier season then?
No, because I don't think Glacier season Greyhawk.
I have no idea.
I don't think it is.
That good. Then we go to the next one here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is very short. Look, there's a map, Anna.
Okay, perfect.
If you can extrapolate that.
Yep.
So
Valley of the Snails. That good. Hulvin. That's.
I doubt it's on the Paizo map, BB, because the Paizo map does not really have real small thorps.
It doesn't have that.
Not that small. No.
Yep.
And you got the Valley of the Snails itself.
Now I need to double check.
Yeah. So here's.
Nope. No Hulvin. So perfect. I'll add that.
And the Whistling Caves. So we have Dark Mantles. They're an interesting creature. It's a lot of shadow-based bats. I know. I read this up. There's a blink dog in there who's gonna, give you a little advice, if I recall correctly. And here's Jazad the Woodsman, and if I recall, he's chaotic good, but you need to get him to, you need to convince him to come back. And to get, there's goblins here to have them driven out of the valley. So there you go. It's low level, and you got some really cartoonish looking artwork for it, which is, I mean, this is almost on a level of wormy cartoonish, Tim, right?
Yeah,
it looks like it a little bit. It really does.
So,
yep. Question.
What kind of snails are they?
They're blue. It said here, anyone trying to move through the reeds is covered with blue snails. They're poisonous. Yeah, poisonous blue snails.
Of course they are.
Of course they are. They're going to melt your face, Tim.
Well, so they're corrosive.
It says Fortitude Save negates temporary point of deck. So no, I wouldn't say in 3rd edition that's more pain or that's more, you know.
Well, what about salt? If you have a bunch of rock salt, can you drop salt on them and get them to bubble?
Yes, because everyone carries 100 pounds of salt on them.
Well, sure. They would actually carry way more salt than we would today.
Well, that's true.
It's the only preservative that's existing, you know, that they had.
Is it?
One of the few.
So is iron rations just all salt then?
Dry, like grains and nuts that are super dry, and heavily salted meat, heavily salted and dried meat.
That sounds scrumptious.
Well, iron rations would work too, but it will be too expensive for regular use. And we're back in medieval times. Metal was way too expensive for that. And also it rusted. So meaning it's not like modern day stainless steel and stuff.
Well, iron rations would be just like military rations that are like super condensed, not really metal though.
Does it say who did the artwork in this? Because this really reminds me of wormy artwork.
Oh, I think it's the same artist that did other stuff.
Oh, it's Diesel. No, it's cartography. Artwork by Aaron Williams. Anyone know what else Aaron Williams did? Diesel did the cartography, which is we got to get Diesel on. We have to get him on the show.
Yeah,
we have to.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
No problem. This Hidden Valley of the Slithering Snail. Anyone run this out there?
Nodwick.
Okay, all right, that's where it comes from. It looks very. He did Nodwick. He also did earlier comic in Dragonworth. Wormuse Trampier. That's right, in Chippy. He's passed. Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much. It looks. I mean, it's got that same feel to it. But all right. But Nodwick is where I've seen it. So. And very simple. It's a simple little adventure. The traps are there that but. Hi, Gitano, it's good to see you back on, man. Good to see you.
Hello.
Excited to have you back on. How about them Phillies, Gitano? Crazy, huh? Okay. Yeah, well, at this point, you have to convert them all to AD&D, right? New Yorker, got it. Yeah. Just 3rd edition. Era. We passed the 1st, 2nd edition era, but there was a boatload of 3rd edition. But that's okay. I mean, I do it all the time. Yep. All right, this next one, Tito Lieti, and he's a big name in Living Greyhawk. Casey knows him real well. I ran this and I moved it. Okay, and this is Adventure 418, but I am positive I moved this one. But this is definitely, and it's a sidetrack. This is definitely a Greyhawk flavored adventure. Obadiah the Shalom. You're going old Flan there, Anna, with this one, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Hey, Gabriel, good to see you.
Just the name of it alone kind of gives it that away.
Yeah, definitely. So the adventure begins in the Horat Hills. Feel free to rename these hills and the Ash Temple. I am doing a lot of. I'm a Vespi Forest guy, right? So I'm throwing this right in the Vespi Forest on this one. Let me see if it.
Also, it's not officially set in Greyhawk. It's just that it fits Greyhawk.
Well, it's Obadiah. I mean, there's no.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Meaning it's a Greyhawk adventure, but it's not set in any specific location.
I believe so.
I believe.
It's a side track.
Any sparsely settled area of your campaign. So it's one of these things that we can set somewhere. So yeah.
Green leaf.
I'm going to read it and set it somewhere. Then I guess
That's funny. To the Northern Kingdom. Which Northern Kingdom? Because if it's the eastern side of the map, there at Greenleaf,
there is a Northern Kingdom there, or the north something.
But if it's to the north, we go there all the time in our campaign. We go to Shieldlands, we go to the Vespi, and Tim's in the Rovers and the Barrens.
But you have that invisible barrier that the east part doesn't exist. So yeah,
we go as far north as we can in our campaign there. So hope you're doing well tonight, darling. You on tonight? So, this is a generically set Greyhawk adventure. Place it as you wish. Well, listen, Dale, the Highlander area has me intrigued out of all the areas on the eastern side of the map. And what I would do is I would get Tim, and Hawk, Gazumba, Fencing, and Leuven would go there, right, Tim?
Oh.
And we'd have a time of it. Because we ventured on the eastern side of the map occasionally. It would be fun.
Oh, you have?
Tim used to DM.
Oh yeah, you were Nary or something, or ID or something
ID.
like that.
We used to venture in ID a lot. Yeah, but Tim was DMing that.
That's where Fencing is from. Fencing's from ID.
Yeah, Fencing's from ID. Yeah.
And
yeah.
But we weren't ID when the Eastern Sun.
Of course, yeah, we were.
Was it ID?
Yes, yes. Yes, it was.
That's pretty far west for them.
Yes.
For them.
But those were the days.
They were just special.
Anytime I can play my old school characters, I'm in. So here's the Ash Temple. It's I don't even remember anything about this. Male Tiefling Bard Cleric. I think I made this guy a Cambion, if I recall. And made him a dual class Cambion. But look, a Bard Cleric of Obadiah. So there's no Druids at this point, I guess, or I guess you can be clerics of Obadiah in this. But yeah, so you had to deal with Tiefling in this one. It's short. You can see it's really 1 or 2 encounters, and that's it. Like I said, I ran it a long time ago, number 418. But Tito Liadi has another, and we'll show it up hopefully in the future here, another one too. So coming up, easy one, very very basic, and that's the. So we have Shalm's Dark Song, Cradle of Madness, and Valley of the Snails are all Greyhawk based out in this one, in 87, and that is it for number 87. If I recall, there is none in 88. That's not going to stop us from looking at it, though. All right. So we're going to go to number 88 here. Tito Liadi again has another great adventure in here. Now you have the Door from Everywhere. That's Forgotten Realms. Make it big. And where's Athkatla? Is that that's Forgotten Realms again? So Jeff Quick has. We know Jeff from Living Greyhawk. So he actually, so he got a sidetrack in there. So we got 3 Forgotten Realms adventures, and then we have this one, the 7th Arm. So I ran this one number 422, almost right after the Shalm's Dark Song by Tito Liadi. So I don't think this one is Greyhawk placed, but I placed it. All right. 6 arms isn't bad enough. Well, immediately you know what 6 arms. There's 2 things.
They're not nice.
Yes. Which could it be, Tim? What 2 things?
It's a type 5, right?
Probably, right? Or 6 arms Sahagwan Prince.
Yeah, I think it's type 5.
Yeah. So I purloined this one.
Their makeup is always perfect because they have extra arms. They can really keep themselves up nicely.
Or a Werewolf of London.
Keep their weapons sharp.
His hair was perfect.
His hair was perfect.
I love that song.
That's a great song. I had a chance to see him in concert.
You saw Warren Zevon in concert?
No, I had a chance to when I was a lieutenant in Hawaii. He was playing at a club in Hawaii, and I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I screwed up, and I really that's a big regret.
Yeah, I mean, just "Excitable Boy" is one of the most disturbing songs of all time.
It's just an excitable boy, Jay.
It's just disturbing.
Like the country living one is interesting.
Yeah, Hexter Priest, yeah, too. But Tito, he's done some great stuff. I mean, he's done stuff in Age of Worms, and he hops on chat once in a blue moon during Legends and Lore when people he knows are on. He'll come on, like Stephen Randy McFarlane's on, Eric Mona. He'll come on and give some input, but that's about it as far as him coming into the community. But if I recall, this was a very fun. It's 7th level. It states, and I just converted it into Greyhawk because I really liked the premise of this one. It had a feel. It started in a city. So I want to say this went into Greyhawk as well. So that's where I started this one and moved out. There's your picture. You got your picture right there of your Type 5 Demon. So look, and here's another reason. Clerk of Alana is in this. See that?
See, there you go.
Yeah. So maybe it's generically placed, but he's using Greyhawk, a Greyhawk deity in here.
Yeah.
So he's done, he's done stuff. Tarwood is the Tarwood. Is there a spot for that in Greyhawk? Is there?
I'm sure that it's Greyhawk is millions of square miles. There is definitely a place for something, unless it's enormously big. But this bus only looks like a few miles. So there's some hills and stuff. So
But I'm all right. So I'm just saying, is there a place that's named? There's no place specifically named.
No,
Tarwood,
I don't think.
So it's already,
I don't think we have a Tarwood
Okay.
named. Yeah.
Okay.
And Veneg's Tower, Veneg's, and
lots of
Shapik.
bugbears in
Okay.
this.
So that's trouble.
Yeah, it is. Just an adventure.
I love these maps. They look fantastic.
Yeah,
I love them. They're a
really
bit
good.
grungy, but but damn, they look good. I need to look at them in print to see.
They got they got the look of parchment. They're trying to go for the parchment look on these, which is cool.
Yep.
On the map work stuff, and
Well, they could just print the parchment paper and actually hand draw it.
Yeah, Stephen
That's
Daniel.
what I do.
Does anyone know who Stephen Daniel is? Artwork and cartography is both by he. And if he did anything else that we would know for a reference point, but it's got a very eclectic look to it, almost got
I think they are digital. I think they're Photoshop from the get go, so to speak. But they look great. Yep.
Yeah. So, water elemental. So you're it's from what I remember, you're going into this area and you're dealing with, here's a half fiend. They call him, instead of calling him a Cambrian, but the toadstool's the individual's name. You got a lot of bugbear servants. Look, there's a Lamia servant in here, and it's fairly long. It's going to be a couple sittings. But to deal with a Marilith at the end, which is really neat. You got a multi-dimensional trap in here. Vrock. So now you're getting in there. So you got some demons.
That's
4
not
of them.
good.
4 Vrock statues. So it's got some mental things, tests in it, and it's got some time to Chiton. Is the Chiton a chain demon? The chain demon, am I correct on that for 3rd edition? Anyone out there?
I forgot the name, but I've actually used the chain demon, but I haven't showed the players yet. Well, kind of. In my the latest keep, the Syrian keep, there's a chain demon there. So
chain devil. Okay.
How do you spell
it?
Okay,
yeah.
Kyton.
Exactly. I thought it was a chain devil. So I made a chain demon that taken inspiration from it, but it's different.
Right.
Also,
I thought there was a chain devil, and I thought the Chiton was the chain demon, but
I forgot which was which, but I think I found an earlier edition of a chain demon that I tweaked. I also love that in the end they have tokens of the monsters that you can cut out. That was really cool. That are anonymous on one side and have the color on the other.
No tokens. H, Lamoku. So Gerolans. Now they're the albino multi-armed apes, right? 4-armed. Fiendish. See, Anna, you'd love this adventure because they make everything fiendish.
Yep, I love it. So I can tell. I'm going to place it definitely. Yeah.
But this is one I ran that was not specifically Greyhawk, even though we have one reference of Alana in here. So, and this is the only one in this magazine that hits it. So
they have a Marilith disc. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
So in Tito had number 7, issue 78, 83, and 87, which we discussed, that was placed in Greyhawk, and that's it for this. That's it for 87. 88. My apologies. Tim, questions? Anna, questions at this point?
I think this is cool. I'm just putting it. Yeah, I'm just putting in the long list that grows and grows here. It's awesome.
The next couple event 89, 90, 91, 93 are loaded. Not 92. but and we're going to discuss 92 if we have time. But they're loaded with Greyhawk Adventures. The next one's coming up.
We haven't placed this one. I haven't placed it yet. I'm just going to read it through.
Started in Greyhawk.
Yeah,
I started it in Greyhawk and ran it out. And if I recall, don't hold me to this. Somewhere in the Aberals, I placed it somewhere. Woods and the Aberals. Remember, this was 422. So we're talking 554 adventures ago.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Over 10 years.
Yeah. Well, remember, these are out in the early 2000s now. We're talking 20 years. So.
Yeah, now we're in the Paiso.
Did it say Tar Hills? No, it didn't say Tarwood.
Tarwood.
Tarwood, yeah.
Tarwood, yep.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to, in 91, I'm sorry, in 89, we have Headless and Rage. Headless is by James Jacobs. So,
Mm.
Let's go there. Yeah, there's a Tar Hills on Esperdy Isle, but that's not definitely.
Oh, I like harpies.
Yeah, Soul Sucking and Sturridge. Soul Sucking and Sturridge. So you got some. They're really going for the catchphrases at this era, on this era of dungeons.
Harpy can really ruin.
Harpies are There's a lot of creatures like that can ruin your day. Peritons and harpies and like just what I did. Just what I did.
Harpies in the first Dark Hand adventure, and they were
scared of them. Remember, they were running the whole time.
But you can hear singing women, beautiful women that sings then run like hell. Yep.
There was a lot of silence going on and plugging the ears, and somebody got charmed and they had to stop them. Oh, that was
yeah. And just like I put into the Slav game last Saturday. Scarecrows. They could
have taken them on if they wanted.
Sure. But they're cowards. No, I'm just kidding.
They stayed on
what's
mission.
The world of Rakugan? It's set in the world of Rakugan. I don't even know what that is. So, Oriental Adventures. For more information on Honor. There you go. Anyone know about that? So this is look. The typeset's different in this one too. Oriental. Thank you, Dale. So they actually have an Oriental Adventures in this one in 3rd edition, which I found interesting.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. And the type is completely different now. They got a different, more compact type set in this one. So I like that too. That's great artwork right there. That's Rivers of Blood by Paul Lee. And this one's set in the This is Scandinavian. So remember, we have those green books that came out in 2nd edition. I think some people are starting to write.
Yeah, we had Vikings and Celts and what was it, Romans and
nice
and stuff like that.
Excuse me. I did not know that. You guys educated me on that. Never knew that. So,
what's the Legend of Five Rings?
It's a game. It's a board game, right? It's board / role play.
I've never played it, so I don't know. I just heard it mentioned a lot, but I never played it, so I can't say.
They're borrowing the similarity of title from Musashi's book, I guess.
Yeah, I think they have a board game out too, Italian. I think I saw it down at Days of Nights too. I could be wrong.
So the Rivers of Blood is not for Greyhawk.
This is definitely not Greyhawk. This is Scandinavian-based game, so that one's out too.
Well, we can start thinking about the Thelonian Peninsula or something. So, but yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Which maybe
I like the guy that sits and fish there. He looks awesome.
There's some great.
Wow.
They really step up on the level.
He looks like a Scandinavian dude. Yep. He looks awesome.
The level has gone up one. All right.
Yeah, and his fishing spear looks fantastic. That's awesome.
Man.
Yeah.
One of the most popular and well-written CGGs. It had an epic storyline. It was also an RPG. Five Rings Publishing was instrumental in facilitating the WotC acquisition. Okay, thank you. Yes, I did not know that. I did not know that because remember, I'm in my little cubby hole.
Yeah.
So
then we have Headless. Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome pick here. Headless is by the legendary James Jacobs.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't run this. It's for 12th level characters.
That might be why.
Well, it's in the crystal mists.
Okay, headless.
Although the module is set in the crystal mist, it can be easily set in a large area. Likewise, although the adventure begins in the beleaguered March of Sterich, so he's thinking giants. That's why he says Sterich is beleaguered, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of the fire range? Okay. Yes, Matt. Thank you for that. Everyone in there out there, thank you for that information. I would have never known that.
Yep.
And
awesome.
I appreciate that background. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate that. So, and it says you go from 12th to 13th in this. So
don't lose your head.
Yeah. That also means that this is going to be a really difficult adventure if you're going to gain enough experience to go from 12th to 13th. So, right off the bat, the Darrow Loremancer Eldra has been a worshiper of the foul demon. Oh, Prince of Undead Orcus.
Oh,
there you go.
Well, how hard could that be?
How hard could that be? Now, you all know that I have an Orcus tie-in into the Free City of Altamira and all the box set that's going to go out. Also note, Builder Master Crafter is redoing the Son of Orcus miniature. You'll see down the road too on that. And Scottish Jeff, thank you for that gift sub for BB. Fan fun. So when the Giants marched on the human lands of Geoff and Sterich was only a month later, Eldra seized her chance. Oh, female Darrow, that's really cool. Neato. So background on, oh, look at this. The Scythe of Orcus. We're not going wand, we're going scythe.
Mm-hmm. I would talk.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. A Scythe of Orcus.
Sometimes you don't want to use sometimes you got to cut stuff down. You don't want to just.
Orcus is the one that takes care of the leftovers, so to speak, from killing it. Yeah.
Moose and Orcus, I use Joust. I think Orcus would kick Ius's butt. I really do. Maybe not the son of Orcus, but Orcus himself.
Yeah, but now I understand the title Headless, and took a while. Yep.
So yes. So you can scale this adventure up even higher if you so choose.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, allow psionics. That should do it.
Yes. So you got, obviously, the hold of Jarl Norgrek. Frost Giants, right? Mm-hmm. Immediately. We know there's Frost Giants in this. We know it's in the Crystal Mists, which is really cool. And there's a lot of back plot here. You're traveling to the Crystal Mists, which is cool. Here's the hold. So, but it may be that this hold is, there's Spectre and Wraith. I think they're all dead. 4 nightmares and 3 retrievers. That's disgusting. Holy jeez. Yeah.
It's for high level. Yep.
Yeah. So that here's that hunter, female simulacrum Eldra.
The retrievers are those really large giant spiders, right? Kind of like.
Yeah.
They're like really
retrievers and bebeliths and stuff. They're kind of cool spidery things. Yeah.
And a retriever actually killed off a character, not permanently, but killed him in Return of the Eight. I put the they're nasty. So.
Oh, and Archmagi Lando, Grust is my favorite demon lord, but Orcus is a good second. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of it coming, man.
Well, Vuron is, but he's above the rest.
Right.
Vuron Grust is Vuron is my absolute favorite.
Orcus is a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic, and the great thing is that it's general. So
yeah. Kostichi is a cool one too. I love his attitude with the big ball thing. Yeah.
We're able to use all things Orcus and not worry in Castles and Crusades system. It's already been pre-approved, which is good. So
it's from Roman mythology.
What's that?
I think
Roman mythology had Orcus.
Really? Okay. I did not know that.
And in Dispater's.
Yeah.
Tim, I did not know that at all.
Dispater's
not
father
Greek, Roman.
Roman. I thought.
So there's undead roaming about here, crazy things like nightmares, and an old white dragon, a simulacrum of a dragon. That's bizarre. 2 of them. Morgs, they're undead giants.
Is it a simulacrum of a shade of a dragon?
So all the giants, frost giants in her are dead. So And if any of you saw, oh gosh, I hate to do this. Any of you saw Vox Machina, that those undead giants roaming about the town are probably the same as these morgues in here, kind of very similarly huge and just destructive. Nice map. Dude is badass. Death Lads. Oh, that's good. It gets better.
Yep.
Yeah. I have not run this one. So there's a lot of there's no living frost giants in here.
That is a good illustration. She's running something or writing something there with a scythe and stuff. It looks so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the Darrow. She's the Darrow.
Oh, she's the Darrow.
She's the Darrow with the Scythe of Orcus riding a nightmare, if I recall.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Chosen of Kostichi. You got your wish. Right there.
There you go.
Yep, you got your wish right there.
I'm going to study this adventure. Yep.
Yeah. Male
My
frost
players
giant,
beware.
half fiend. Wow.
Run and hide now.
A Cambion frost giant.
Ooh.
Half demon, half frost giant. Nice.
That is cool.
That is cool.
This is I like this adventure already. It's
James Jacobs is fantastic. And Eldra, so and here it is. You can addition this back to make her like 14th, 15th level into one thing, or make her multi-class fighter mage or whatever. But here she is, and she has the. All right, so there's the Dead Gate. They're creating, and they're both discussed in the back. And there's also the weapon. Let me see if I can find them. All right, here we go. Here's the Dead Gate. Let's talk about that.
Yep.
So it's a terrible magical device that saw much use in ancient Sullui's homeland. Where's Rich?
Yep. Where's he when we need him? Yeah.
A Dead Gate can be up to 200 feet high. Ooh. There's room for one head for each foot on the height of a Dead Gate. Oh. So.
Matrix of stone and metal which impale the number of heads. Ooh, that is a cool way of activating it. You go out and kill 100 or so creatures and put the We can't mention what you need to do in stream here, but read it and
yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. So
you have to sacrifice enough to do it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, the question is, could you take them off and then reuse them again later?
I'm not sure.
No, it says here those brought back by spells like Razor Resurrection and True Resurrection have to. Well, if you do it there, bad things happen to them.
Yeah, it influences a region equal to half the current number of heads mounted on it in miles. Wow, this is my kind of artifact. Yes, I love it. Yep.
I may have found with this.
Ooh, this is cool.
With this one, I may have found my next super high level one we're gonna do.
Yep.
I mean,
giving me a lot of inspiration. I was thinking in slightly similar terms for my. I'm making a future article on the defenses of Dora Ka, and I had ideas that was a little bit in the same direction, but this one is awesome. So thank you, James Jacobs, for inspiring me to more foul deeds as a DM here. So that's
foulness. We're only on 89.
Yep.
89. This is James Jacobs' Adventure Headless. The Scythe of Orcus is a potent minor artifact. So, although made entirely out of yellowed bone, it has the strength and hardness of adamantite. It's an unholy vorpal scythe of wounding. Sounds like a Tim weapon. Tell them about your. Go ahead.
My vorpal defender that.
No, come on, say the whole thing.
The
+5.
+5 Vorpal Defender Flaming Frost Brand. You had to let it cool down. You had to let the temperature equalize between those flaming or frosting. But
+5 Vorpal Defender Flaming Frost Brand.
Yeah.
Yes.
We want a tool to be able to do all the things we do. He was an archmage. I mean,
it's like light sword. Yes. Now you understand why I'm the way I am. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Well, he was.
Didn't Skeeve have that?
Yeah.
Patrick. Oh, thanks for doing that for Katana, Patrick.
I mean, he doesn't really fight. He doesn't really. It's not that unbalancing because he doesn't really fight that much.
Not anymore. He's scared to death ever since Lord Page caught him that one time.
He just, has to be smarter than him, which is not that hard.
That's true. The icy hot of swords. That is all swords. That's all. All right. So it gains a combat. You get combat reflexes and in addition, anything slayed rises again as an undead creature. Oh, zombie wraith specter morgue. Oh, that's really gross. So Hype train! Hype train! Thanks, Vamp, for getting us up that hype.
Yeah.
So
if you get killed by what now, you come back as an undead?
By that weapon.
And was that the mass area effect like Miles that Anna was talking about?
No, the scythe. If you get killed by the scythe.
So hopefully it doesn't cut too much off, because you're not going to be very good undead if you.
Right. Well, if you cut the head off and you become a wraith,
Right. The wraith doesn't matter, but
wraith or specter doesn't matter.
Well, maybe you can reattach the head when you become undead, so to speak. You can pick it up.
But if you're a zombie or skeleton or something,
Yeah.
Underdogs are coming, man. Right?
Yes.
Underdogs and the cannonballs are coming there. You got that very soon. You have
6 days.
Whoops, you're gonna rock and roll there very soon. So next Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. Bracers are reaping. Bracers empowered user to wearer to use a sickle or scythe if you were proficient with it.
Oh, so it's just for farmers.
Yes, just for the farmers. Very cool.
Could you use that scythe to actually get wheat though, if you had it?
Sure. You might as well throw a little red blood on it too while you're at the wheat, just for flavor with that. So it says the adventure comes to conclusion 1d3 rounds after destruction of the Death Gate or the death of Eldrua, whichever comes first, because she's the one trying to do. So you actually have to go against a really powerful female evil Dera, which is really neat in this, with a lot of different minions, or especially priests of Narol.
The Dera are nasty.
Would Narol use an Orcus weapon though? I guess they would if they found power to it.
I would have them working together in some sense, because the way I see it is that Nerol is the one killing things, and Orcus is the one using up the resources. But the leftovers from something being killed, that's what Orcus brings back to use.
I think they would hate each other and try to ruin each other's stuff.
Okay.
Because they always want to be top dog, and they always have ego issues. Mm-hmm. They're not going to say, I'm not going to, you had to use my tool, didn't you? You had to. And then the other guy would be pissed. So he'd probably break it.
Get us through level 2 and I'll add to the giveaway here. So
look, you don't have it anymore.
Just in case you wanted to for some crazy reason, let's give Orcus's stats in 3rd edition. Now remember, Orcus's stats in 1st edition are like 50, 60, I don't know, 682 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Hit dice 44 die 8, but no big deal. So yeah.
I mean, Orcus is not dumb enough to even allow you to even get close to do anything.
Sure, BB, you could say the great thing. Remember, it's in a cold environment with frost giant remnants, so Horn Society doesn't fit unless you change the giants. I think, right? Because you're not going to have frost giants, an undead a remains of a frost giant fortress that this is in the Horn Society. I think that's the drawback to placing it there. But you can always change it. See, look. Crystal Mitts are perfect for it. Yatils, you could up in the Theronian, you could put it in a lot of places. So, but I don't think Horn Society fits with this. But then again, I'm not saying you can't make it work. You can. All right, nice one. That's a high level one, but it's not the highest one we're going to talk about today. And that's going to come up. So this one's in the Bissell. This next one. Another one I didn't run. Rage. It's short.
Okay.
7th level. Rage is an adventure about Rofner Goblin Crusher, a 6th level barbarian. Until recently, a successful individual enforcer of the peace at the edges of the Duchy of Bissell. So he's cursed by something called a Mirror of Affliction. So there you go. Oh, nice picture of him, too. I might as well be holding it. That's a helm. I thought it was a skull in his hand. So, well. Hopefully everyone, let's see here. We got that. Once you get closest to trap and you're already dead. Yeah. Excuse me. A neat one as well. Like I said, the artwork is just so great in these. So he's probably chaotic neutral. No, he's chaotic good. Wow. He's kind of good, but cursed. So, a lever guillotine trap at Tim. Here's the Mirror of Affliction.
So, what kind of guillotine trap?
A lever guillotine trap. There are trolls in this, and they're pumped up trolls. But he's I think you have to unafflict him in this adventure. It's very short. It's one encounter. Beworker the Horrible, the clerical troll. Yeah, and that's it. If PC successfully recovered a Mirror of Affliction and restored Rofner's rage, the barbarian's very grateful. So there you go. So basically, it's a mirror that can curse you, and that is a very short one. I don't think there's any reference point to where it is in Bissell. Let me take a look here. The rough ruts of hilly countryside fill the main of the road ahead. I don't. It doesn't say where, Anna.
Okay. Yeah. There's a place called. No, that's. I'm going ahead of things here. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah. Do you see it anywhere?
No.
I don't. But the Mirror of Affliction is cool. It's not like a mirror of opposite alignment or anything like that, or mirror life trapping. But you gaze in that, and you get a curse. So he got cursed with the loss of his barbarian rage effect, basically. So, and a Mirror of Affliction can never be used more than once. So, there you go. A neat side trek that is in Greyhawk, and that should end. I don't think this.
Yeah.
I don't think that should end. This one's not in Greyhawk. Wedding bells. Nope. All right. All right. We're in, and we got through 3 with 4 to go. How do they, troll lords? Do they game wandering? I'm not sure. So let's go to let's go see number 90. Oh, I went too far ahead. 90, One Adventure, Totentance. Okay, I remember about this. So here's the irony about this one. Number 90. I love these things.
Yeah,
night walkers or whatever they are. Thank you.
That is an awesome illustration.
Yeah, it is. And it's a great mini too. You can actually see the creature inside. There's a plastic mini of it I have.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to show you something here. You have your first critical threats in here, but it's a Forgotten Realms one. Totentance is the Greyhawk adventure. The Elf Whisper, Tears for Twilight Hollow, and Pray for Tyranth are not Greyhawk adventures. I ran all 3 of them and didn't run Totentance. Yes, so Elf Whisper for me is number 598. I must have liked them because they're all in succession near. Tears for Twilight Hollow, number 607. Pray for Tyranth, number 609. Okay. My guess is, when did this come out? What year was this?
2002, January, February 2002.
Okay, it was pre me running WoW then.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't even remember where I placed some of these. But in the 600s, I should be logging what group I'm using with each. I should be at this point. Let's take a look. A timeline info. We'll shoot this up for everyone here. Measure log updated. Okay. Yeah, I just started at number 600. I was like, you know what? Why don't I put the group I'm adventuring with in here? So we have the Elf Whisper. I didn't. That's 598. I don't care, I guess. Tears for Twilight Hollow. Altamira, the Night Stalkers. So that's the first log Altamira adventure written down as far as a group, and then 609 Pray for as Harvey Irregulars, the top group in Harvey. So we're doing Harvey adventures at this point too, and we're doing Altamira adventures. We're doing them both, right? So that's where we are, and that is, and so Elf Whisper. I don't even remember. You know, I know there were brigands in here. It was for 8th level PCs. I don't even. It's a very generic looking town. There's a wanted bandit. I don't remember where I placed this. I can't tell you. So unfortunately, hey Lady Gwyn, everyone, hop in. We got 2 $10 gift certificates right now from Troller Games.
It's in Wildwood. Yeah,
the Wildwood. So
it could be anywhere, I guess. Yeah.
I want to think if I'm running Greyhawk at this point, it's in Gnarly, but I just don't know. I don't remember, because if I had an adventure group, I would know. But yeah, this is before that. So there's the Elf Whisperer. It's a basic seek out bandits and defeat them adventure. It's got some hags, and it's got some other things in it too. Scrags too. So you're going into a swamp area too, Tim. I just don't remember where I placed it. Look at that. Oh, you got an eye and all. Unfortunately, so that's 1, 2. Here's the Greyhawk adventure. This is specifically placed in Greyhawk.
Grassguard is a place in Elven Whisper.
What's that?
Yeah. Grassguard is a place in Elven Whisper, so I'll see if
Captain Brown,
we can make some room for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is that's why we want to go through these. I don't think we've never delved into these, and I think that's a great thing to give some people some idea. Turn and Tance, Dance of the Dead, 4th level adventures, Vespi. It says here, the Tronwald, a domain bordering the Yacht Hills and the Vespi Forest.
Ah.
Okay. I didn't want to replace it, and I didn't have any groups up there, Tim, so I didn't do it. So, and that's why I run a lot of adventures that aren't Greyhawk placed, because I don't want to rip them out from where they're placed in Greyhawk if they don't work for me.
Yeah.
That's why I run some more generic ones.
We have a town of Lucerne that I don't have on the map. I'm pretty sure I'm checking now.
Okay. Here's the Tronwald, and you can see, but that doesn't show you, Anna. Does that show you where this passes?
No, not
you got
really.
Fun, Cher, Bregenz, Lucerne. A whole bunch
I need
of areas.
I need to look at
this. What's the scale on the map?
We don't
it's a diesel,
even know
by the way,
that.
this map.
Yeah, we don't even know. We know what's
direction is north. Yeah, that doesn't look huge.
No, it's not. We don't know. It can be 5 miles or 10 miles or 50 miles.
Well, there's
or
numbers
miles.
on it, so
yeah, it might be in the text.
That's a large town, Lucerne.
Yeah.
That's not small.
No, it's So this is cool, Lucerne. Yeah, we need to.
We got to figure out that.
Yep.
So is that running through the Vale of the High Folk?
Sounds more like in the Perrenland side of things, to be honest. Lucerne sounds very Perrenlandish in style too, and the names and stuff fit Perrenlandish a lot, so to speak. Yeah, Klatspurs and some. Yeah.
So let's see. It's a
gangers and stuff.
It's a pretty straight path. It's pretty straight, though, considering.
The self-styled Wraith King, the undead priest who was once the discarded son of a noble, has returned to Lucerne to seek his revenge. Although his presence remains a secret to the few remaining living inhabitants of the area, his handiwork is not. With the aid of the artifact called the Totentant's Gate, another gate, yay, he has converted living denizens of Lucerne into undead who live a grim mockery of their former lives. Well, that's really disturbing. And it's for 4th level characters? Ugh. So,
yeah.
No problem, Hager. Nice. So, hey, Rob, Phantom, good to see you.
Yeah. Hello.
Awesome.
Yalla.
Good to see you in here, man. Hopefully everything's going well. So, Rob, hope you had a good game. I think it was a one-shot, which is great. And we got some giveaways tonight from Troller Games. Please feel free to everyone to sign up !drawing, and please give Rob Phantom NJ a follow when you get an opportunity on his channel, so we can get him to 200. There, he's close. Awesome, Keith. Good to hear. We're in dungeon number 90 right now. This is the only one of the 4 that is Greyhawk based. But Anna, once again, there's a lot of locations here that aren't added. In, and you're like, well, you know.
Well, yeah, I have to look at it because the general description seems to be so vague that we might, but it says that they're The general location is, hang on a second, I need to go back up here.
I'm counting 15 away.
Yeah.
15 away from 9,000 and the giveaway of the Best of Dragon Volume 3 and original, the 9th one we would give away via stream and add-on bonus there. We're getting close, which is awesome.
The adventure background on this says Tronevald, a domain bordering the Jatl Mountains and the Vestvi Forest. But interesting, that is so vague that it could be anywhere in 1,000 square miles or more, way more than.
Okay.
So it's but that's, to me, it's a general high folk area. But those
it doesn't fit the town name.
Exactly, it doesn't fit on that side. But I definitely.
How big is that town? Because I mean.
It's big. It's big in comparison to.
It's like a large town. It's like a large town.
If you counted those buildings, that's how many buildings? 30?
Yeah, at least.
It's more than 30.
Yeah. It's a large town,
70,
but on the other hand, on the Klatsburg Perronland side, there is definitely room for more content. So that's where I would like to fit it. But I need to read the adventure. But just from the names, they sound so Perronlandish that it's kind of. Yeah, it really seems to fit, but I haven't read the adventure, so I might be completely wrong on that. Yeah.
So for this one, you may just say it's just not fitting, right? It just doesn't work.
Yeah. So we need, but somehow there, I think we can make room for it. But we might have to take the bordering Jatl Mountain and Vestvi Forest very general, so to speak, very generous when it comes to that. But both the Jatl and Vestvi are millions of square miles.
I don't think it's that big, the town. I don't think it's that. I mean, it's a well-developed town because it's got a wall, but
yeah.
And note, it's the only adventure out of the 4 in this one I didn't run, and it's the only one that's Greyhawk. So for some reason I was like, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit what I'm doing. So you got a werewolf. You got you got this Wraith guy, Wraith King. It's 4th level, and I was thinking to myself, man, this is nasty for 4th level characters. It has that feel like that most of the town was turned into undead. It just it's super for 4th level. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's kind of Greyhawk changing in that area.
Yeah, BB Fanfan had a good kind of way to fix the problem. The undead ruined the town completely, and it's gone. Enough. So problem solved.
Reduced 1,000. Yeah. So, and look, the
undead don't make
King
good workers.
Is only a 5th level cleric. So, I think this is my opinion. It's grandiose for 4th level adventure, but hey, whatever. It may fit into yours. I didn't run it.
Maybe all the high level people are out on campaign somewhere in a war, and so you're left with just the back home folks, and they're just zombies now.
What you like? First critical threat, by the way, Oblivion, and this is a Malar cleric, so we know right off the bat this is a Forgotten Realms. But this is the first of the critical threats you see in in dungeons, which is neat. That's funny, Dale. It takes place during the tournament in Altamira. All right, this next one, Pray for Tyranth. I ran this.
Okay.
Yes, I ran this one. And Tyranth is a Naga. I always love Nagas and stuff like that. So I ran this one. There's a picture of Tyranth sucking the life out of you. It's just like, it's just like N1. Is there anything better than Cult of the Reptile God? A Naga's Cage. This just fits so well in the Greyhawk that I purloined it for Greyhawk.
Does it have any locations? Is it something that I should look at for placing on the map, or is it just?
Well, I ran this one out of Hardby.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to have any new locations, towns or villages or anything like that.
Doesn't look like it. Let me see.
No.
No.
Oh, good. Then I don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about that one. The next, Tears for Twilight Hollow. I love this adventure. This is just these creatures are so nasty. Really, really awful. It is not a Greyhawk dungeon, Rich. But just because it's not doesn't mean you can't utilize it, right? Like I said, I utilized it. I just don't. Sometimes you run adventures, you don't place every single thing, So this one also is not. But look, see, I have Ilmater in my game, And there's a Temple Ilmater here. So that solved my problems on this one. Because I use Ilmater in my game. So there you go. Especially Marco's characters. Mark's characters, the Gradavises always ran Ilmater priests. So I had that issue solved right then and there. Yeah, it's cool, Rich. And we'll see you Wednesday night, man. We'll see at our first My Greyhawk series.
Ooh.
Yep. We're gonna go over Rich's campaign in detail on Wednesday. Twilight Hollow is a village. Doesn't have, it has a population is 420, so it's small. It can go anywhere. Nice map.
Yep.
Nice map with a temple. Like I said,
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead, Anna.
I was going to say the production values. This is when Paizo took over the Dungeon and Dragon, I think. So they really boost the production values. Yeah. The art is looking great. The layout and all that it's really good.
I was watching games around. It seems that people that don't use measure. Well, yeah, Miller, but there's, hey, no two DMs are alike, and a lot of people are into the theater of mind, so it's just cool. Hey, play D&D however you want to play. Yep. I'm a map guy. I'm a visual guy. We've always been that way. So, yep, true. So you have a Temple of Ilmater right in here, and this one goes on. And this one I placed not far outside Altamira. I believe in the county of Ulick, if I recall correctly. Nice, the temple is shown here on the map. So you got it was a cool adventure. Now this just doesn't fit anywhere. Where's our valley with this huge statue? But
it's a little bit too big, maybe.
Do you think? Yeah, it's like those are the kind of things you see in
so big
Paizo's world.
Yeah, it's so big that it will be visible even on my current map.
Exactly. So those are one of the things, and that so this is where there's mechanical creatures in here that are, if I recall, they use Talos, and I have the Stormlord too, and that's why this adventure fit perfectly for me because Talos, that's it.
It wasn't that big though; it was only a couple of 100 feet across.
Yeah, it's still
not that terrible. Yep.
And so they actually have this. So they have this. The Night Stalkers, which is one of the highest ranked adventuring groups in Altamira, have this in their warehouse, and they have a specialty priestess of Merlin, of technology, trying to figure out. There's wands attached to this. Every one of those eyes is a wand. That's how. But
what could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? So it's a construct beholder. Yeah, yep, absolutely a beholder construct.
All they got to do is look online, reference the user manual, download the PDF, read the manual, and that should be no problem.
Absolutely. Hey, look, you got another bizarre. You got another thing that as a digging instrument. So it's some cool. If you're into that stuff, it was cool. And then here, under the town, there's all this bad stuff going on. Your sewers. I'm trying to find the. Look, half dragon. I think I changed that. I was not into the half dragons at that time. Where's the Night Walker?
It's like the Beast of Red Nib.
Yeah.
I don't like to regulate it as a half dragon. I'd rather have it be a monstrosity of some sort.
Yeah.
Like a one-off, like a single entity, not like a.
You never win a Meller. You never win the giveaways. You haven't won yet, because some people get on rolls. Trust me, like Wandering and GD and get on rolls. Oh, Adiog Zombies. Ooh, that's cool. The Cauldron of Desecration. It's an unholy relic created long ago. It was lost.
Which dungeon is that one?
This is Tears for Pray for Tyrant. No, this is Tears for Twilight Hollow. My bad.
Yeah, but what? It was a 99?
No, 91.
91. Yes, I must look that up.
Or is that 90? My bad. Jeez.
I like cauldrons, Jay.
You do, don't you? So at the end, they were the creature is sucking everyone's soul, and it is gosh, it's on the cover. Is that a Night Walker? the thing that does that. But note once again. Oh, and there's a Temple of Leviator in there too, and I use Leviator. That was the clincher of all clinchers. Like I said, I've used them for I love Leviator. So I think, you know what I did? Now I had some Dark Brotherhood connections into this, and it worked real well for mine. So, yep. You haven't won a long time either, Rich, but that's because you're working out, man. You're working out a lot. All right. So 3 adventures I ran in here. None of Greyhawk. The Greyhawk one I didn't run. This was 91. That was 91, Tim.
91. This is 90.
That was 90.
Yeah.
That was 90. We're doing 91 next.
Oh yeah.
I'm not losing my mind or anything. Boom, boom, boom. 91. So when we get to 91. All right, 91. We have Rock and Hard Place, Sloth, Legend of Gartholga, and Cambernix's Machinations. We have 4 in number 91 that are Greyhawk. Not bad. It's got an Eberron cover too, which I have an Eberron cover with 4 Greyhawk adventures in it.
Yeah, but Eberron was the new cool thing. So yeah. Back then. So now we're in 2002. Yeah, March, April.
So Challenge of Champions is long and convoluted and not Greyhawk. So really, well, hey man, that happens sometimes. It really does. Mellar, just someone. Everyone wanted to play Eberron until yeah, exactly. All right, so if you know, I have only run one of these. I'm on adventure this Thursday will be 977. I just ran one on here, was number 969 a few weeks ago. Okay, so one of these I just ran, and it'll come back to you if you watch on Thursday nights. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's the Challenge of Champions. We're skipping that. That's just all sorts of things you can do to challenge your with mental and physical. Critical threats, the Vortex, that is the generic critical threat.
Yeah.
That's
you have to be careful with some of those mental tests. I was talking to a guy, he was talking about his game. He runs a 5th edition, and he was describing the ornate, clever things that you had to figure out to get out of things. And I just was sitting there like, your players will never figure that out. I was just like, it was a little bit too.
Right. I got it.
You got to be careful with that. You got to be careful.
Sometimes, yeah. You got, yeah.
Because even if they know the correct answer, they can still flub it up and kill their character permanently.
I don't remember that happening to you. But I brought him back. We brought back Galalad.
Yeah.
Yep. So, the Rock and Hard Place is a side trek for 16th level characters.
What's it called?
A Rock and a Hard Place.
The Rock and the Hard Place.
I did not know that adventure existed when I named mine.
Yes. It says the setting is in the business district of a large city. On Earth, the free city Greyhawk. But once again, it says on Toril, Waterdeep is ideal. All right. So is it Greyhawk based? Slightly. And it's a side trek. So I have not run this one. What is a Gelugon? I don't have any idea what that is.
Gelugon is a type of fiend of some sort. I forgot. Okay. I think it's a devil, if I remember correctly.
Ice devil. Thank you, Ashur.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, I wasn't completely wrong. Yep.
Why don't they just say that?
Yep.
They're scary.
Yeah. So you got Diva here. You got a Gelugon. And so there you go. And that's it.
Oh, hey, one of them said it's better to run that in the Invincible Overlord.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mellerblood.
Well, hey, that's Tim's. That's Tim.
And it's an advanced Gelugon, CR13. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So there you go. It looks like one encounter. Wow, the captain of the watch. You people, help me apprehend the scoundrel. 10,000 gold piece reward. Holy jeez.
Well, it was inflationary times
Oh my
in-game. Now we have
gosh.
inflationary times in the real world, but
sure.
third edition was inflationary in-game. So yeah.
Or he's lying, you know, could get you. Oh, thanks for your help. Here's that
yeah.
10,000 copper pieces I promised.
That's disgusting, isn't it?
But he looks cool. This guy looks really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so wow. Yeah, this next one, bogged down.
Yeah.
Is this one not? Is this one? I don't think this one's Greyhawk. I don't think this one's Greyhawk.
Elanduan Peninsula. Which bounty of Elanduan?
Placed on any coastal island or coastal. I don't think that one is. That one is not. So
no.
Yeah.
I don't get any when I read the background and
Eric,
synopsis.
boy, thank you. Oh, thank you, Patrick.
I don't get any Greyhawk vibes really.
No, I don't get any Greyhawk vibes from that either. So
let's see here. We are on 91. So let's see what 91 in my list here.
Yeah, it's not Greyhawk.
Yeah, the Legend of Garthulga.
Well, yes.
That's the one. Yep. Yeah. And Sloth.
Yep. So you all, if you watch on Thursdays, will be like, oh, well, after this one, Sloth. So Sloth is a D&D side. There's side treks like crazy in here for 4 5th level characters. And let's see where this says. Revolves around Anduna Freemidden and her slovenly ways. Pelak. The March Abyssal. Nice.
Which is on the map. Pelak is on the map.
Yes, it is. Yep. So, for the players, I'm trying to figure out what this one is. There's anyone run this? I did not run this one either. The brief is Belker. That's an undead, right? This appears as a tall, pale-winged, demon-like creature opposed probably as smoke. Oh, it's an air elemental, an evil air elemental. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it. So if all right, so it's a simple side trek where you need to vanquish this Belker. Slaying says it does not send him back to the plane of error. So, all right, a simple assistance to a slovenly leader of some sort, involving a Belker, one nighter, one shot, another Greyhawk based adventure. Critical threat. Now, I don't think this is there placed here too, but there's no reason you cannot. I love this 6th level Ghost Treant Druid. So it's a druid.
Cool. Yeah.
The Thorn Hollow. Do we have? Weren't you talking about that, Dale? Or is this the Thorn Hollow again from that other adventure? No. Yeah. So you were not. Okay. I don't think this one is in Greyhawk either, but I don't see why you can't put that somewhere.
Oh, the Garthulga is.
It says Thornburg, though. The Elders of Thornburg.
It's supposed to set in Gnarly Forest according to the list, but
well, yeah. Where's Thornburg? That's in the Gnarly Forest, isn't it? On the edge.
Okay, hang on a second. Thornburg. I don't think I've seen that. So, Gnarly Forest. Let's go over here. Gnarly.
Maybe not. Well, this is my
I don't think I have I don't think I have a Thornburg there. So yeah, so we need to look into it. So yeah, I need to yeah, it's on my list now to read and go through and add stuff. So yeah.
So I did last Saturday night with the Slav Squad and an Overgord adventure.
Oh.
Yes, I already ran a Halloween one shot early. So No. Blackthorn is a legendary location completely. So I'm here. We will be here Thursday nights. Okay. From Norwell up here. So we're going to be in the gnarly forest on Thursday. Just note that. Nice, darling quoting. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You got to appreciate that. Gotta love that. All right, so it's it could be somewhere in the gnarly. It's a cool gnarl crown's a cool thing. Remember, you have Kuntz's Dark Druids as well, which I'm placing in the gnarly too. Anna's placing it somewhere else. Maybe you can tie in gnarl crown into that too. So. Now, next adventure. Legend of Gartholga, number 969. I ran this as a split the party adventure, if you all remember. If you don't, that's fine. If you don't, I'm going to punish you later. No, I'm just kidding. But I ran this where they split the group in the middle of the adventure, right between Newbriar, right? So if we come here. Oh, look at all these. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's the wrong shit. It's not updated. I did not update it on there. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I gotta bring the Word doc up. That's updated. I didn't make it into a PDF. So, all right. So number 969, Revenge of Mudge and Legend of Gartholga. So what I did was I took a kobold leader who got revenge from his brother dying in Shadows of the Halfling Hall. Okay, so this group, and I split the group. Half of them did Shadows of the Halfling Hall in Newbriar, which is U1 from Castles and Crusades here, and then the rest of them started in Newbriar at the inn in the Legend of Gartholga. So what I did was I placed, trying to get this back up here. Let me close this out because it's in my way. And close that. It's in my way. Everything's in my way, Anna. Here we go. So here's Gartholga. All right. Oh. The pig. Ever remember the lost pig? Please tell me there was a pig that was lost, and there's three halfling brothers that are pains in the butt. Yeah. Here's the inn. Barkus Traders Inn. I put this in the north part of Newbriar, and they went in, and Barkus is a gnome, if I recall. Tibby is a dire boar, and Tibby gets kidnapped by these three halfling brothers. There should be a picture of them. Here they are.
He's a dire boar?
Yes. It's a dire boar, and Barkus doesn't realize it's a dire boar, and they take the pig, and it gets bigger and bigger, and then they make it into this.
It was a piglet when they got it.
Yeah, they turn this into this big monster, and to scare everyone. It's kind of a silly adventure. This is a Greyhawk adventure, everyone. So I was like, yeah, I love Shadows of the Halfling Hall. I love it. I love U1 and U2, and they're both placed.
Good.
So there you go.
Those evil halflings are probably those evil halflings are probably related to Buzz Tillman.
Yeah, they were neutral. Yeah. They were bandits, rogue types.
Yep.
One got away. Remember that. One got away and swore
Jay will punish them for that.
Yes, of course I will.
All of us. You'll punish all of us.
So, and there was their base, and I used that underground thing that Bill made where you open, and that's it. So there you go. It was fun. It was a side trek, and did that. So Boar of the Baskervilles. Yeah, exactly. But it's actually placed in the gnarly. There you go. This is a Greyhawk adventure next. You may not like it. Cambernix Machinations. 4 9th level characters. The half-fiend wizard Cambernix when he entered the belching vortex of Luke O.
Oh.
Okay. So there you go. The adventure references the belching vortex of Luke O described in Living Greyhawk Journal 1. But that reference is not needed to play or run this adventure. Okay. So we have
it's a Flan village of Horntallow. I don't think that is on the map either.
Let's see if we can figure it. It's terrorized remote. It says remote Flan village of Horntallow.
Yeah, but
See if there's maps.
Tower, that's down in the Hestmarks or something. But I don't think I have it there. So yeah.
May 20. We're getting close. We're getting close to 9,000.
Yep.
I always give these away on talk shows. So if we get to it on Wednesday, I will give it away that night. If we get to it on Thursday or Saturday, when I'm DMing or Tim's DMing, we'll do it on the Sunday. We'll do it on next Sunday's one with Tanya to pass that interview. We'll give this away then. So, we'll get it. There's no doubt we'll get it next week. Thank you, as we're getting closer and closer to 9,000.
Yep, exactly, Rich.
Rich, this is the third week of this.
Stuff.
This is the third week of this.
Oh, this is a week of work or more for me.
How do we hype train?
Read all this and then place it.
3 different people need to cheer a minimum of 100 or gift a sub or resub, and within an hour apart of my previous hour when the last time it happened, and then how that kicks it off. It's got to be 3 different people, and then other people, the same people can cheer or whatever, but that's how it works. So yeah, there is none. All right, so does this help at all, Anna, or no? Mount Smolderak. That's got to be made up. I don't know if a Mount Smolderak.
No, but it's cool. So, but volcanoes are very popular. So yeah. So I need to read this through and see what I can do with it. So
definitely, Phoebe Cates. Yes, I don't, darling. You got no argument from me there.
Yeah, we can have some.
All right, so we got to add this town in Mount Smolderak, but there's. Half. This feels like Eberron Greyhawk fusion. Half machines.
Yeah, kind of exactly. It's kind of Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is not. This reminds me of Siege of Durgam Folly that Mike Merles did in 3rd edition Necromancer Games that I did with a lot of automaton creations. Kind of has that feel to it. This is not for everyone. I don't think I'd ever run this, but it's got some. If you want a little different feel, you want a little mechanical feel. Some people love the industrial tats, right?
The steampunky kind of thing. Yep,
that's where.
So we need to put stuff on the map so people can run it this way if they want, or some other way if they want, so to speak. So,
but here's a good side view. It looks like, of course, Underdark connections here, or.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't even know if that's a lake or something. So I need to take out the
caldera. This is a caldera for
a
double-sided caldera, which is weird.
Yeah.
So, but when I saw that this was Greyhawk, I'm like, wow, this is real. This is on the fringe of what I'm used to. That doesn't mean it's bad. Some people may love this style, which is awesome. Yeah. Gearforged. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all good, Tavares. You know that. I appreciate the support from the community. Look at the cheer numbers. Look at the gifted subs. Really appreciate it. And if you can't, it's all good. It's all good. We're cranking here. So here's a half machine Umberhawk. That's just disgusting, Tim. Half machine thing.
That sounds great. I love that stuff.
Yeah, I know you.
It ends with a map of mystery. Seems to be a Forgotten Realms map.
Yeah, because they add them in each month.
At least it has the style of official Forgotten Realms.
Regarding guns, no, that's
which to be honest, I really like. It's a very effective mapping style. I really like it. It's easy to do. It looks that style of map has a lot to speak for it, so to speak. Cool. So I must say it's because it's easy to do, and it conveys a lot of information in a simple, straightforward way that even looks decent. So so I'm not. I really like it from a cartography standpoint. It's good. It's easy to do and conveys a lot of information and looks cool at the same time.
Rich, who made those Undying ones? Because James Jacobs. I'm sorry. Sean Reynolds is coming back on. I know he made a lot of crazy monsters for 3rd edition. So yes, Carmen, it was awesome. And I didn't get a lot. I'm so glad I don't have to go to a loss here and do this streamed in height. Trust me. Dungeon, go ahead, Tim.
Is it like a magical interface with the machinery, or is it a?
It looks like here it's almost got a sucking. It almost has the feel of the Matrix kind. It looks like from this, right? they're being created.
Mm.
PCs destroyed a mechanic. All mechanized creatures under control become free-willed, and attacks on the Horn-Talo tribe cease. You got to kill Cambronix, but to not destroy the mechanic, they win the wrath of a formidable and timeless nemesis. So, yeah. And the Shield Guardian. So it's a machine that needs that's corrupting. So, yep. Rage versus machine. There you go.
So it's like it's like an AI that's creating them, huh?
Well, yeah, and because they're talking about the Luco, kicked it off here, and that's Greyhawk canon from day one. But the good thing about this is this has got a feel to it that's completely foreign to a lot of people. But some people may go, I don't want to play Eberron, but I'll give this a shot, right? Which is cool. We had talking Undying Ones in Great Chat. I ran it for my players a few years ago. Okay, it's cool, Rich.
It's kind of like the steampunk and the combination of technology and magic is kind of a logical progression after you continue aging your medieval style stuff. Mm-hmm. After how old does it get? Eventually, non-magic people are going to think about stuff and try to apply,
so true,
physics and mechanics and technology into it, right?
Absolutely. So and when does technology and magic cross, or when does one become the other? It depends on certain game systems, right?
Right.
Where that crossover happens. So there are none in 92, but we're going to look at 92. Why do you say? Because I said so. You'll see why in a second. There's a Githyank guy on the cover, though. No, there's something. Yeah, there's a whole Githyank guy ethereal plane, astral plane adventure in this one, which is cool. And look, that's a great Githyank guy. Mm-hmm. That's one of the best ones I've ever seen.
I didn't realize they were green.
Yeah, I guess it just depends, though.
I always thought they were just like colorless almost.
Yeah. Keith Richards.
I thought it was some sort of crazy goblin.
Yeah, Keith Richards is turning into a Githyanki. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So all these are not. There's no Greyhawk in this at all. Let's not let that stop.
Or is there?
There isn't. Or is there?
Or is there? Maybe
it's going to be very shortly. Let me rephrase that.
Maybe it intersects with Greyhawk.
There is an ode to coming.
Okay.
They're astral, right?
Well, we're not talking Githyank guy. We'll go back to that.
Okay.
Let's do this right. Thursday night. Tito Lieti again. The Swarm. Well, I'm not running this verbatim, but I am running on Thursday night the Narwhal Headhunters Initiates in Swarms, which takes. Thanks, guys, Jeff. Hey, really appreciate it. Which takes homage to this, and I pull a couple things from it. I want to give them credit, so I changed the name slightly, but now with a reference, because I'm not running it verbatim, piece to piece. I'm running this with some of the connections in this. There are dwarves in this, and there's some other things, but this is what we're going to do Thursday night with the first and second level Narwhal Headhunter Initiates, right in that northern area north of Narwhal in the Gnarly Forest. Okay, just letting you know that I'm running this adventure, part of it, an ode to from this, and it's got some, and there'll be Dwarven Forge of this on the table. Easy for me to convert this into Dwarven Forge and make it. It's not long, so it's either going to be a one-shot session or 2 weeks. But next week, the week of the 3rd, November 3rd, everyone's off. Unfortunately, I may do a special or not run anything. All right, just note that. All right, back to this Githyank guy. We'll take a look at this real quick while we're here. An ancient Githyanki stronghold, 13th level PCs. This adventure supports the new Stronghold Builder's Guide, which I've never seen before. Anyone have that in 3rd edition?
I think I have a copy of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it good? Anyone use that?
No, I don't think. It was one of these. I think it was a Strongholds Guide. It has a lot of. It's kind of cool. It has magical building things and stuff like that. Improvement yeah, so it was one of these that was really, really cool.
Curtis, sorry about the 49ers too.
Very underappreciated, I think. It has a lot of cool stuff. Meaning if you want to to use fantasy additions to your castles and stuff like that, that was really cool. So I'm going to study it again. Yep.
Hey, good to see you. All right, well, that's cool to hear. That's
I think it's a really cool one. It's like you can improve your mortar and the stones for your walls for your castle and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Yeah.
If you use living organisms inside your wall, then it kind of keeps it.
If you fill it with dead people, and then you bury them in, and then you put enough vile spells on top of it, and that will improve it, stuff like that. So yeah.
That's nasty.
So
I don't think it was that. Don't quote me on that, but that was the ideas I got. So yeah.
If you're into these, like, if you're into these, like on Fed Offensor, right? That's the one in Dragon Magazine that was a Githyankai Fortress, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're into adventures like that, I would recommend this. 14th, 13th, 14th level. And it talks about an ancient keep here in the astral plane.
And that means that you can run it, since it's out in the astral. You can run it in any Greyhawk campaign if you feel like it. So yeah,
that's what I was saying. It's
easy to place,
and it gives you some links in here. Look at this. Another item is a powerful magic sword, Fed Offensor. It's mentioned right here. It's mentioned in this adventure. So this is got to be an homage to that. If it's specifically mentioned.
I think Leuven went in that adventure.
He may have. I think Luke ran it for you. I didn't run it. I'm almost positive.
No. You.
I ran Fed Offensor.
I thought so.
There's an easy way to find out. I don't think I did.
Consult.
I honestly don't.
It was one adventure where before he got started, he drank a potion of dragon breath and then got surprised by somebody and breathed on him. And I thought it was that one.
First off, there is no potions of dragon breath or honors arcana, and that's Fed Offensor is well before that.
Oh, I know. I didn't say you ran it early on.
All right, let's do this. Fed FEDI. Oh my God, I ran it. 10.
Yeah. Because I basically
Tim
totally blew it. I mean, he snuck up. Somebody came at him and he went boom, breathed on him, and you were like, "That is the best."
How did you remember that? I didn't even remember I ran that. I ran an astral plane adventure.
It's Leuven. That's why.
Number 240. Good job, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, I just remember I'm like, I've never used this potion. I'm just gonna drink it now because it's scary. This place is freaking. He was freaking out because he's in the astral and he's got 70 IQ. he was.
I don't remember running it. Wow, I don't have any view of it. All right, so there you go. You have a
the astral plane's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, I'll say. But wow, some real detailed maps on here. But hey, astral plane adventure. So. All right, I want to get to 93 real quick as we're running into time here. I want to really get to 93, and if we don't do all of 93, we'll go back to it. But there's a great adventure here. I think this is the one that everyone's going to go, I want to run this. All right.
You go to 93 now. Sorry. Yeah.
93. Yeah. Because that was 92. 93.
Yep.
I've already written down 2 that I want.
Yes. All right. So here's the cover for it. In 93, I think there are multiple adventures.
Oh, yeah.
93 has 3. Vanity. Sadie's a critical threat. That's an encounter. She's a Drider. And the Stormlord's Keep. All right, I'm going to burn. So there's the Stormlord's Keep picture. Where do you see this adventure? Sadie, the critical threat. Chris Perkins appears here. Stormlord's Keep, James White, and Vanity. All right, so we'll go through them real quick here. Vanity, 5th level characters. It's in the Barrier Peaks at the northwestern edge of the Dodgy Abyssal. There's a ton of shit done for Abyssal in these adventures recently. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, and it talks about an illusionist who, with unwilling let go of beautiful curls, lapse into his baldness of old age. So studying the quasi-deities and demigods. So he's attempting to become one of those, it appears, in Vanity.
No. That doesn't work out.
That doesn't work out. And look,
you said it's a Drider? He turns into a Drider?
No. This guy's an illusionist. The Drider's a critical threat in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as you can see, you have Thornwood. You have a map. So here's the reference. And you see that where Thornwood's marked?
Yeah.
And the Barrier Peaks. There's the crypt. So.
Yeah, Thornwood has an arrow in that direction, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Real street, but I don't really like that river that have a kind of a tree of tributaries on the actual mountainside. I don't think that cartographer doesn't really understand drainage or
and
river drainage, so to
down.
speak. Yeah. When it comes to that was kind
water's
of
got to go somewhere.
Yeah, so it doesn't really follow the geography there. So yeah.
So this is a Greyhawk 1.
When I'm doing a hasty map, all I do is drainage because that explains everything else practically.
Yeah, but the problem is that here they slap the river on the mountainside afterwards, kind of thing. So yeah.
All right, so we got that. Show that final resting place. So you got to go in there.
But there's some cool art and stuff in here. Yeah.
One, there's a specter at the end too. He says he's undead. He's undead. All right, statue gallery. That's sidetrack. That is not
Mailer boat. That's an awesome comment.
Swamp Stomp.
Swamp Stomp.
I don't think that is Fever Glades. That's generic. I didn't run that one.
I get so good flashbacks when I see all this 3rd edition layout and stat blocks and stuff.
I can't. I'm fixated that Tim knew I ran Fed Fencer and I didn't. I don't have any memory of it, but you do, which is really awesome.
Well, it's freaky because it's in the astral plane. It's really jacked up. It messes with your dimensions, up, down, which way is up and down, and how you move it. So
here's your critical threat. Chris Perkins wrote this. Sadie, a drow sorcerer, met unkind fate by lost hand. Her test was to gather male concubines far from her home in a Rawhide Sinlu. There you go. There's your Grail connection right there. And she's a member of House Tormtor, which is one of the 8 houses in D3.
But she's a Drider, right?
She's a Drider now. Yep.
Yeah, but Driders were like shame. There was a punishment to be turned to a Drider.
Right, it was, but that was her background information.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And she effed up somehow.
She believes she can still win lost favor and restore her true self. All right, by raising.
Yeah, well, they're very forgiving in that culture.
Yeah. So there you go, and that's a critical threat you can utilize. I think the critical threats were great. I think it was a great thing.
All her former relatives use her as a punchline now.
Yeah. Yep. No, most Riders are female. Most Riders are female, Dale.
Yeah.
What walks around on 8 legs?
Sex.
Your old cousin.
Yep. Most Riders are female. Absolutely, because most females are the ones taking the tests of Loth. Yeah. Yes. We educated you for once. We educate. Yeah. It's cool. They become like amorphous when they become, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
They're not really.
Look up Drider in Drider in D3 as well, and it'll tell you. And also in Monster Manual it says most percentages of them are female. All right, so here is the one. Melbourne, we're not going to talk about that because we also got word that demons and devils are not going to be all evil yet soon as well. So let's not go there with that discussion. That'll come up next week, my guess is. But we'll. So the Stormlord's Keep by James Wyatt. Are you ready for 21st level adventures? Yes, 21st level characters. This is right.
Well, there was Epic Handbook. They had to write some adventures because that's when it came out, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't sweat it either.
What you do is you gauge the epic people on how well they keep all the normal people alive, and that way you don't even need to hurt them. You just need to massacre their people.
The Stormlord's Keep in the Crystal Mists. Yep, the Yeomanry. Stormlord is stirred from his isolated domain, however, and led his giant clan to the southwest reaches of the Yeomanry, the nearest region of human settlement. The Stormlord's arrival has been terrible, and each town its own path. So we're talking mega high level here. I have not run this. This is really high level, and really, it's got a battle in it. If I were looking through it. Yeah,
it
epic
better
level
have
handle.
if it's a 21st level adventure.
Why? Well, maybe they can just talk their way out of it. Why do they
Yeah.
need to fight that guy?
Yeah, is Ruvi? Yeah, sure. Is Ruvian on the map, Anna? Here it is.
No, I don't think so. And Ruvian, it's set in the Sulhuts, but it's kind of
How far up in the mountains is it? It's pretty green.
No, it's in the Yeomanry. It says here.
In the Yeomanry?
Yeah.
It mentions Sulhut Mountains, but okay, so it's
it said Crystal Mist, I thought.
Yeah,
okay.
you said Crystal Mist.
Crystal Mist.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and the high peaks where the Sulhut Mountains meet the Crystal Mist, far from human civilization, a clan of evil cloud giants has long made its home.
Yeah, so it's on the opposite side of Yeomanry.
But the Stormlord has come out and is raiding the Yeomanry areas now.
Yeah, so it's somewhere up in the so it's not on the.
Is this before Return to the Giant or the new one? Because the new one has
this is way after that. This is way after. This
that's
third edition.
What they had. They had evil cloud giants masterminding him.
Yep. That's
a large area there, so it's cool to put something in there.
That was second edition. Yeah. That was the 25th anniversary edition.
Right.
So you're looking at 19. When did that come out? 99. That one, and this is in the 2000s. So yeah.
So basically, it's similar.
This is similar, but it's actually it's
more high
higher,
powered.
And
it's amped.
Yeah. Oh wow, lots of. Oh my God, look at the hit points on these rocks. There's 16 rocks. And riders, they all have over
16 rocks.
8 rocks and 8 white rock riders, and each have over 250 hit points. All of them. Oh my gosh! That fight would take me 8 hours.
In third edition, it will take 16 hours, so 20 hours. If it takes you 8 hours, it will take 80 hours in real 3.5.
And that's why you need firearms.
My gosh, no! This is too high level.
You need a couple 50 cows to take care of.
The Thunder Champion is 376 hit points. This is just the battle outside the town.
White Rock Riders. Yeah, there's hardly anything below 200 hit points in here.
Oh my gosh.
305, 278. Yeah. You wonder what the regular villagers look like in this place.
Here's the Stormlord's Thunderhead. So then after you defend the town, I guess you go out there. Oh, look, the Thunder Worm. From the Thunder Cliffs.
So what are these rocks? These rocks got to eat. Birds have to eat a ton of food. So what are these rocks eating? That many concentrated together? What could they eat?
Livestock.
It eats giants and livestock and stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mithril golems.
And the local dragon and
Epic level handbook.
Stuff like
Mithril
that.
golems are really nasty. What game was the Mithril golems in? Was that Neverwinter Nights, everyone, computer game where they're almost, and the Mithril and Adamantite golems are almost impossible to destroy? Yeah. Oh my god!
But PCs don't give enough calories. You need to have, unless you get calories from challenge rating. So
this
that might
is insane.
Yeah, that's awesome, Patrick. Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh, that's a cool keep. It's got like a standing stone ring of lightning going around. That's pretty neat.
That's on a cloud, right?
Is this on
I wouldn't be surprised. It looks like the background is a cloud. So,
yeah. Thunderhead was their keep. They give you the side look. Wasn't there a castle on that?
Okay, probably.
If you go back, there's a side view of this thunderstorm cloud. Keep going.
Yeah, the Applebee's. Yeah, they ordered food from Applebee's. That's awesome, Rick.
That looks like it's.
No, it was a bigger. It was you said thunder. There we go.
Oh, thunder.
Yeah, isn't there keep?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
You want a big thick cloud so you can get a lot of precipitation.
Yes, Amy, I love it. Do it, especially if Rich is playing. Do it. Play this. That's awesome.
Giant cows. Yeah, you need giant cows.
Mm-hmm.
I only introduced giant sheep.
This is not meant to badmouth anyone. This is meant in the era of third edition where scales goes crazy. Before 3.5, woof, right? I mean, but that's okay. I mean, they published this because someone liked this at Paizo, and good for them. Good for them that they published.
Third edition was kind of one of the highlights in D&D history, so it was a good edition.
Yeah.
Like who built all that up there?
The giants.
Really? Yeah. Cloud giants? Where'd they get the stone?
It doesn't matter.
They don't need to. They build it from cloud. They turn cloud into stone.
Try and relate this to real life, it just doesn't work. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
It's what the heck is that? I don't even want to know what that is.
Yeah, even I don't relate it to reality. I can't.
Dragons watch post.
Oh,
Young Force Dragon. What the hell's a Force Dragon? Does anyone know that?
Yeah, it's a third edition cool thing, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
395 hit points, Tim. Armor class is 43.
Why don't you? Right, a force dragon. I mean, come on.
Well, it's if you have gem dragons and purple ones, and why not a force one? Yeah.
Well, a force is not even real.
I think that's the whole point.
Oh my gosh. Thunder uses walls of force in his stronghold to provide cover. She can attack from behind a wall in such a way. This sounds like a Tim with his walls of force.
Well, if you have a 21st level adventurers coming, you need to have something that would be hard for them to kill. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You need a mirror of opposition to set them right.
Yeah.
+5 Dwarven War.
Force damage with a breath attack. That's cool. God. That is cool.
More white rock. The white rock riders are they're everywhere. You
need to take off a few hundred hit points from the PCs before they enter the place.
Oh my gosh.
Drain some resources.
Here's the Stormlord.
You just need to set the rocks on fire and
He's
then
a cloud giant. Oh, there he is.
Plummet to their death.
It's Dolph Lundgren. I must break you. Oh my gosh! All right, well there you go. If you want Greyhawk goodness at a super high level, there you go.
That makes me a little. That makes me a little ill.
He looks cool though. It doesn't look like Dolph really, but he looks cool. Yeah, it's a bit Terminator over the whole thing. Yeah,
Rich. It's 21st level.
My stomach.
Exactly. Rich has the recipe. 30G. Bab is +20, +5 sword, +5 from strength.
Ivan
a couple of other pluses, and you can hit it on a 10. So yeah, no problem.
Ivan Drago exists as a BattleTech character in my campaign here, Kurt. It's just
cool.
He does exist.
Yeah, that adventure makes me feel a little ill.
Yes, I wanted to end the night with that. So we got through everything that I had prepped, 87 to 93. And note, you'll see one of the adventures, an ode to the Swarm on Thursday night, and just show that there's a lot of Greyhawk goodness in all these, and there's some that weren't even Greyhawk that you could place that I did, and have at it. For part 3, we got through 1, 2, and 3. We've gone through a lot of adventures in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
it's been a real.
I had that one rock causing problems for Split Rock by itself.
One rock, yeah, and there's like 30 rocks in that adventure. Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I wouldn't go through that for me. Super high for me it's tough. It's tough to DM super high level and epic level. It's tough. It's not easy. All right, so we got a packed week coming up. What is going on? Let me re-backdate all this stuff and put Tim's up first. Let me just go in reverse order, but I'll do Tim's first.
It'll be shorter for sure.
Well, yeah,
I'm not as prolific.
I hope so. And this one. Okay, so Tim, what's going on this week? Saturday morning at 8:00.
Saturday morning at 8:00. The underdogs are at it again.
Awesome.
Strange days lie ahead as the winter progresses. I have it'll be Patrick, Canadian Nature Gamer, Prometheus, Mike Disney, John Birchfield, the Blue Box, and the Nazrat.
Nice, good group.
We'll be playing. Yeah, it should be a really fun group. We'll be picking up right where we left off after the big battle at Camp Fishkill, so right after Danger on the Edge is where we're picking up.
Who got aged 40 years? Was that Patrick's character?
That was Patrick's character. Went from 16 to 46 years of age.
Oh dear!
It was. Now everyone thought it was. Well, yeah, that was the one before the last one. But yeah, I had a ghost that was heavily damaged by a wizard. The wizard just said, "Forget it," and left once the barbarian showed up. And so he left them with a mess, an angry ghost, and they killed it. They totally ransacked all this treasure from this Oglevold chieftain, and now they're dripping with low tier magic. Well, mostly low tier magic items, but there's a few amazing Dark Horse magic items in there. I'm also looking to. I got to get back with my. I don't know if you recall my alter ego, my hobgoblin alter ego, the ever mysterious Grim, and he ran his game Villages and Villains with the goblins. I want to do another one, with the
reverse dungeon that was during Greyhawk, everyone.
Right, yeah, and the Yarglock tribe, they're continuing. It'll be reversal of misfortune.
Good.
So I haven't set a date with them yet, but want to continue that.
We will. Well, that would be good, and also we still need to do our city-state.
I know. I have some.
It's been a while.
Epic map things to handle.
And then note everyone also, for those in the group, Saturday, December 17th. That's a Saturday morning. Patrick, Balfrin, and whoever else was played in that BattleTech special event over the holidays. Saturday, December 17th.
Hikaru Wakafuji.
Yes, back within the new group. So we run two sessions. Yes, Rob. You too. Yep. That'll be the date for it. Yep, a BattleTech game, Saturday, December 17th is the date I've set.
Yes.
I'm going to invite Alyssa Faden as well, because I know Alyssa's BattleTech
cool.
player. I know the time frame will be a little off for her because it'll be 3-hour difference, so maybe bright and early for her. But yeah, so.
Well, if you're a mech warrior, you got to rise and shine as when the battle comes.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. So what do we got there? And Tim, thanks a lot for coming in on this one. Another fun one.
Thank you.
What do we got there, Anna?
Well, we have the Death Knights and the Saints from Great Kingdom. Gary Hoolin and me. There's 2 missing Death Knights that I found that I haven't got Gary's feedback yet, but I'm going to launch the other ones coming very, very soon because I have the post already made. I was just waiting to see if we can get all of the Death Knights in, but so that will definitely come very, very, very soon. And then there will be a mapping live stream on Friday, and then there will be there will probably be some other things I can squeeze in this week too. So a few more little surprises and some more Meyerhawk stuff, because things that I've used up in my games and showed the players that I can actually hand it off to. Once it's been used in my campaign, I can present it out. So there will be some spells and in the Village of Aldet, and there might be some monster stats and stuff like that coming out during the week. And the map of the 576 Shieldlands area special map is in the works too, and soon done. I just wanted some more heraldry on that one too. So it's coming. So yeah.
Why would they make Gary's head explode? Rich, I see a squirrel eating a walnut as heraldry. I got a kumquat on my one shield. So is it? Yeah. It's got to be an inside joke. So
yeah, Mailor Boat has a good question. The way I've solved it is that I use virtual 3D terrain, so to speak. So they're real height maps on my new maps, so to speak. So I can actually and once I get into GIS next year and stuff, we can actually have like you have in orienteering and stuff, and these kind of ordnance style maps too. So there's a lot of different style of maps will be possible to do using the same data. That's one of the cool. We can play. I can play around with a lot of different styles for different purposes. So that is the yep.
My son had a minor emergency.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is what's going on this upcoming week. Yeah.
Lots going on now. Remember, the next fantasy mapping show there wasn't any this month because we with the Game Hole Con and stuff. But we got November
18th.
November 18th, Friday night, November 18th is
the coolest one I think we've ever had. We will talk about Forgotten Realms cartography and maps and stuff with Ed Greenwood. So I think that could be awesome fun.
Definitely will be a blast there. So. All right, what else is going on? Next week, 4 streams. Starting, we go Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Wednesday night, we start a new series, a brand new series called My Greyhawk. What we're going to do is we're going to take people from the community. We're going to highlight what they're doing in Greyhawk with their game. Like, Rich he has custom rules and talk about it. Okay, and that's going to be the first one will be Wednesday. Myself, Mike, and Anna talking with Rich about his campaign. That'll be the first one, and we'll do that once a month, we think.
Yeah, something like that. It will be like Living Greyhawk. It will come back 4 or 5, 6 times a year or something like that. So yeah,
and that way we're going to go through a lot of the the people in the community that have been around a long time, and then we're going to work it down to some people. What we're looking for is multi-year campaign.
That you tweaked, house ruled, and if you do more than just run modules and stuff, you try to make Greyhawk your own in some cool way, and you have and we would love to. And also, we don't just want people who run it for 25, 30 years old school. We want to have new versions of Greyhawk too. If you run a 2, 3, maybe a 5-year campaign in using 5e and stuff like that, or a couple of years in 5e with a really new cool twist, that might be an awesome entry into this series too. So we want to go both here and there, so to speak, with it.
We don't want someone who's been doing it for 3 weeks, right? We're talking about
exactly
someone who's campaign. It doesn't matter the edition.
Exactly, invested in the setting, so to speak.
Of course. We're going to do this, and we'll go through a lot of who we'll reach out to. We'll reach out to the people. A lot of people involved in Cannon Fire, but some of them run 5e, so it's not like it's not going to be a problem. Some of them run custom
Amy, that sounds
editions.
awesome. We need to have you on this show.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but that is Wednesday. We already talked about what I'm doing Thursday. Running swarms, first and second level characters from that adventure, The Swarm. It's in honor, an ode to that. It's not exact. It's got a lot of similar things, but the story, the background, why they're there is completely different. It's set to my campaign. So, but that'll be a good one. It'll either be a one-shot or it'll be a 2-weeker, but it'll be this upcoming Thursday and 2 Thursdays from if we run that. Tim's on Saturday, then Sunday's our big discussion with probably the biggest 5-year I've had on for a talk and a one-on-one, right?
I think it could be fun. And she's active in more than tabletop role-playing games. She's doing a lot of other stuff too. I've started to look into her website. She runs a foundation. She works as a journalist. She's an activist in various other things, video games and all sorts of cool stuff. So, and tabletop role-playing games.
So we'll have Tanya to pass on next Sunday, and Anna and I will just sit with her and chat and gab about her contributions and her thoughts on D&D. Maybe enlighten her on some of the things that Anna and I do, and just and have a nice conversation.
I'm trying to come up with some interesting questions. Going into things here. So
and that'll finish next week. 4-stream week next week. Cool. I got it. I got you. I got you on that. Here we go. Final call for the drawings. I'm giving away some $10 Troller Games virtual digital gift certificates. Have plenty of them, so hit them up. Final call. We're going to rate in Darling, and then we'll call it a night. Thank you all for the wonderful support as usual as we finish up another week, and we'll have a good week upcoming. Thanks for the follow. Getting closer to 9,000. As soon as we hit 9,000, it'll spawn a new Best of Dragon Volume 3 giveaway. So here we go. I'm going to close it out. If I remember. Tim, do I remember how to do this?
Probably not.
I don't.
But you'll figure it out.
It was a strenuous. Today was really heart wracking. I mean, just the ups and downs of the baseball game.
Surprised that you forgot about the astral plane.
I don't remember running. See, normally I have a picture in my mind of running something with a highlight. I don't have any. But you do.
The astral plane don't have any terrain. There's the void on your table. That's why
you end up going to this weird keep that all has things protruding out at different angles because there's no up and down except for what you
SO got P. Go ahead. I reopened it. I reopened it for you.
And Leuven did a really awesome move that you were like, whoa. So
hit exclamation point drawing and you're back and you're in, and I'll close it out. Yeah, I don't remember that. I'll give you 15 seconds. SOG SOGTO.
Everyone note, I remembered something Jay did not.
Yeah, you did, man. And I was like, I never ran that. Wow. And I looked in. That's why I logged every adventure.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I do not remember that. So, all right. I'm going to close this out. Here we go. Scala. As long as Scala's on. And Lexfire.
Oh.
Gotcha.
George. Awesome. Yep.
Scala and Lexfire. Are you on? I'm going to check and see if they're lurking.
Isn't Lexfire a subscriber? Yeah.
Lexfire should be VIP'd. I don't see him on. Scala's on.
Cool.
Is Lex? I don't think George is on Lexfire. He may have had the bolt. Yeah, you're on Scala. I see you. I don't see George on.
Okay, so, you might have to bolt.
Yeah, he might have had the bolt. So here we go. I'm gonna give out the second one. Captain Ron. Good job.
Cool.
I can whisper them right to you here, or Discord, either or. I think Captain Ron is on. Yeah, he's on. All right, so Scala and Captain Ron, I will send you the codes within the next half hour, 45 minutes, via either Discord or via the whisper here for Troller Games digital gift cards. And grats, everyone. Thank you all for the wonderful support tonight. We're going to raid into Darling. I think she's playing a D&D game. Great person in the community. Thank you, Tim and Anna, for coming on. Part 3. We will continue this discussion in the future, but I have so many interviews and other stuff coming up on Sundays. If it's a couple weeks down the road, we'll do part 4. We'll get all the way through Age of Worms. We're going to go all the way to Age of Worms, and we'll stop because Rick Dewey Carthon said he'll come on during the Age of Worms discussion because he ran the whole thing. So we'll do that. For that one. So all right. Let's set up. Let's raid into her. Everyone, please say hello to Darling. Give her a follow when we raid in, and please follow everyone else who came on, particularly Rob, Phantom NJ, who raided into us as well. Mike Disney, who sponsors us. Stella Luna, who was hanging out. Please follow them all. All right, here we go. I'm hitting the wrong button like I always do. All right. Thank you all. Thanks, Curtis. Always love the support. There'll be a lot of information coming out shortly about the next big fundraiser that's in February, the Legends fundraiser. We'll go over that though in the next couple weeks, which will be awesome. Nice. 78, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you Wednesday night. Sure that went.
It did. Yep. 79.
Nice.
All right. Awesome.